I don't spend money in game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight. Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's cap. Teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis.
Not really secret, but I play card games. I like to DJ on the side.
Eating.
Queuing up Pokemon Showdown.
My secret hobby is collecting Pokemon cards.
I like fitness.
Collecting Labubus.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on?
How
was map one? Good.
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed.
No more than Calamity though. Left in 5, he'll be shut down. The rotation was for Cumberland, but St. Clair breaks through. Oh, kidding me. What the heck is that? Situation now 1-on-1, 1 HP on this solo. 1 bullet is a 4-person 1v5. Stand against the rest.
Guy to this ball, guy to get down, maybe even get one for the road.
Our own standards here in this overtime period, because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got a TP over. He avoids Ego.
Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. St. Clair.
So low, Redx taking down 2, taking down 1. Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with 1
First gamer tag. In like 2008, I had the gamer tag Apple I-50.
McBender 91.
Alonso.
Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro Knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it. Div Winland.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning seal.
I'm looking for revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4.
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
What's up, guys? We're here with members of the Overwatch team for a Pokemon Roulette Wheel Challenge. On the wheel, we have different characteristics of Pokemon that they have to hunt down in the open world. The catch is, all the Pokemon that they have to find have been randomized, and they have to catch a Pokemon with that attribute. First one to get 3 is going to win the challenge.
Yay! Yay! W Pokemon! Are you excited for Gen 10, guys?
Yes.
Oh my
Pokemon
god.
Wind and Waves?
Wait, you can't leak that. You're not allowed to leak
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
But we're gonna get canceled by Pokemon.
Yo, MP.
Yeah, no, this map is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Waterman.
Yo, Chris God, what the hell are you doing, bro? We got a match, bro. You're late.
Yo. I gotta go.
Yo, log in,
Yo,
bro.
I gotta go. Now I'm good.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps and VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Toronto Defiant before they blew up?
Probably FaZe, Genji, Cloud9.
100 Thieves, probably.
Dildux.
TSM.
It's gotta be Optic.
G2.
Face.
Optic.
Elena Rain. Favorite pro player? Lethal.
I'm gonna go Faker. Faker, I guess.
Can he be retired?
Yeah.
Scump.
I'll say Scump.
Shotzi.
Fury.
Salu.
Carrier.
Perks. Myself, I'm tier 1. Pokemon or Minecraft?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Minecraft.
Bioshock.
Probably definitely Cry series.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Clash Royale.
Well. If it isn't Evan and Phaser on a league cast, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Saints Gaming CA broadcast. My name is Hayden Phaser King, joined on the desk by Evan. What do you want, Epic Canadian, or you want not really?
I don't know.
Evan
I
Johnson?
think it kind of goes like it kind of goes both ways now. I think
I like
think
Epic Canadian myself.
I think it's more in line with the roots. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, the Saints. What was your first gamer tag? That would be my answer.
That was yours.
That would be my answer.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a little bit of a throwback.
A little bit of a throwback.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
To me.
I think regardless, you're here on the desk
it's true. And
with me today.
And so they say there's going to be a league game tonight.
So they say.
It's true.
So they say.
Big one.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, the winner of this qualifies to the Orlando LAN.
Yep.
So a lot of stakes on the line. Saints trying to make sure they can capitalize. Right, we're coming in as the 5th seed in the playoff bracket, taking on the University at Buffalo, coming in as the 12th seed. So a close matchup, but I still think the Saints definitely have this one when you sort of take a look at the matchup on paper. But some questions can be raised. We have seen this team struggle a bit with opponents they, again, on paper should beat with no problem. So there are questions, but this lineup, all things considered, we take a look at them, they've done a really good job at showing up this season. Maybe not showing up in the graphic, but they've shown up in the server all semester, and to varying degrees of success. I mean, NACE has been 2-4, but they've done well in Div 1, so it's been a very up and down semester for this team. But I think they're ready to finish off on a high note.
Yeah, I think just knowing that you are so close to playing on LAN, playing for the NACE title, like in person against your opponents, is a huge driver, right? And we talked about them being the 5 seed. We always say on these streams, it's really important that the Saints do not play down to their opponent, and tonight it has never been more important to not do that, right? I mean, we talked with Miracle before the game, and he feels confident. I think overall the team does feel pretty confident about this matchup, but again, like you said, we've seen them struggle time and time again this semester when it comes to maybe opponents that you might underestimate. Some would say a trap game, perhaps, and this could be one of them.
Well, I mean, when you take a look at this Buffalo team, you mention not playing down to competition. While Buffalo is not a varsity or premier team, that's in the Super Conference, they did have a pretty solid run in the ESC. They finished 8-1, second place. Obviously, you can talk about how this competition level, isn't exactly like fully there. There definitely is a difference when you talk about a varsity premier team versus a lower ranked team, quote unquote. But still, this is a Buffalo team that has had experience and they've done very well, and they should be feeling pretty confident coming to this game. All their games this season, majority of their games have come via a 2-0 sweep. So yes, it has been lesser competition, but they're coming in playing very, very well. And you mentioned Miracle, we see him in the foreground here. It's this combination of Miracle and FaZe that I'm really looking to carry this team forward. They've been a dynamic duo, as your bot and your ADC respectively. So I think if they can have a solid game today, I think they're going to be in for a great night.
Yeah, for sure. I think the team really hinges on that duo, and also looking into the top lane, right? We talked about Pablo, the newest addition to the roster. It's brought a new sort of energy to this team and a source of stability in that top lane, as a lot of the members have said. So I think it's really important tonight to really make sure that Pablo is locked in for tonight, and that Miracle and FaZe, they are understanding of what kind of champs they want to play and how they really want to adapt into this best of 3. It is a fearless draft, if I'm not mistaken. So
I think you're right.
It is going to be, very important this draft stage. That's something that the team has really been honing in on this semester, is how can they achieve a level of success where they can possibly win games just in the draft alone, right? That's what the best teams in league do, right? You look at some drafts and you look and you may think like, wow, it just drafted much better, and the game really comes down to nothing, because some champs are broken and some champs are not. And I think I definitely want to touch upon what Miracle was talking about with me, was that he's wants to play a little bit more of potentially some enchanters tonight, just because they are apparently getting nerfed very soon. So he is
no.
No, you're heartbroken about that. I'm sorry I had to break the news to you live on stream, but yeah,
that's too bad.
Looking at some enchanters tonight, he specifically mentioned Karma as one of his picks, so we might see that tonight. Other than that, should be pretty normal from the side of Saints in terms of champ select. So once we get into that, we'll break it down a tiny bit more, as much as we can.
Well, I think what's good about this Saints team, and you kind of mentioned it, sort of planning your draft and having a strategy to give yourself the best chance to win. I think with the Saints team, they have such a deep champion pool that they can work with. So it seems like, if you're Buffalo, for instance, you can ban out certain characters, but then you leave other strong options available for the Saints if they want it. So it's sort of like a pick your poison kind of situation, where you just sort of have to think about what gives yourself the best chance to win, if you're Buffalo. But that's still it's still a tall task against the St. Clair team. I will say, not that I do league streams a lot, but last time I was on, I believe they were playing Bruton Parker. I want to say that was about a month or two ago. I want to say it's either end of January, February. It's been a while. That one did end up going to 3, and that was sort of a situation where, at least on paper, this is a team that St. Clair should have beaten pretty handily. I mean, they had, I think it was a bronze support Bruton Parker had on their team. So I think the fact that Saints weren't able to mop a team that has a bronze support, that does raise a little bit of an alarm bell if you're me. And from what I remember looking back at my notes, is that there were a lot of struggles in the mid lane. This mid lane for Bruton Parker was just able to get so strong, and Saints were just not able to really do anything about it until it was way too late. And that was why they ended up dropping the map 2. They had a really solid map 1, but you get into game number 2, they start a little bit slow. You lose a couple early team fights they probably should have won, and with that, you let your mid player and your ADC player for Bruton Parker get way too strong. You're not able to catch up, and then you do end up forcing that game 3. So hopefully these issues have been ironed out. I mean, there has been a lot of time since then, and this is a much different situation. This isn't a Super Conference team we're talking about. This is an ESC team, so there's a little bit of a difference there, but I think still worth noting if you're looking at maybe potential weaknesses for St. Clair tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of feel like a broken record on the league streams, talking about playing down to your opponents, right? But it is important that everyone kind of understands what is expected of them tonight, right? Alonzo in the jungle and Pablo in the top, as we can see on stream now, as our draft
our draft is starting.
And especially Maddie. I mean, if you want to highlight the Bruton Parker game, Maddie as the mid laner, kind of an uncomfortable role, hasn't been, playing that role too much prior to this semester. So you have to lock in and ensure that you are feeling comfortable for this matchup, because you cannot underestimate a team in a playoff run.
Yeah, I think it's weird as well. Like you said, this team undergoing a lot of changes as well. Some people that are leaving are sort of changing roles as well. I mean, Alonzo, used to be the coach, having to step in now. I believe he's playing the jungler role now full time. That was the role that Maddie was filling before, so some changes for this team. But it seems like they're weathering the storm, on varying degrees of success. And now we can talk about this draft a little bit. Our first pick coming through on the side of St. Clair, Sona.
Yeah,
this pick that's
the
getting
ban.
the ban, I should say.
First ban.
But
the first
ban. That was what I meant.
Technically, it
you
is
knew
the
what
first
I meant.
pick. Yeah, I know
what
you
I
meant. The Sona, and then the Bard ban coming in for Buffalo, with the Mbessa ban coming in for St. Clair.
And Mbessa is one of these champs that seems to get banned almost immediately when you're talking about either St. Clair or, in this case, University at Buffalo. So powerful, I assume, and good in a lot of different roles.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can be a top laner or it can be a jungler, right?
There you go.
That's where Mbessa
versatile
shines
character.
the most. Yeah, so
I know who that is.
Oh,
that's that's Barrist. Man,
Pentius.
I gotta give a
Oh.
say your prayers for Bears today. He's had a rough day today with Italy.
Oh, hey,
that was
Valerie.
nice.
Oh, hey, Evan.
I'm glad that made that in. Oh, hey.
Dude,
Wow.
I looked really reluctant to do that. I looked like I really was not in the mood.
Well, I mean, you look
wow.
pretty upset. You look pretty upset about what just happened there. But hey, I'm not upset about how this draft is going.
No, I thought he was gonna zoom in on us. Man, we're on our phones.
Man, I was gonna say
guys.
that's not a good look.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, we were doing some pretty serious business. I think. Wait, are we gonna transition into stage cam?
Whoa.
Oh, almost.
Well done. I mean, it looked good.
It did.
It looked
I
fine.
knew what they were cooking.
Yeah,
I knew what they were cooking.
There we go. The RE ban comes in for St. Clair, and Buffalo's going to ban out that Nautilus and the Ivern. Some pretty strong supports being taken away.
Seems like we're maybe targeting Miracle
I think-
in the early stages of this ban phase.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
mean-
that doesn't come back to bite. I mean, Miracle. I mean, we talk about champs that have a really solid, or people that have a really solid champ win, and Miracle is one of them. I mean, it doesn't matter how many supports you ban, he's still going to be able to.
Got something in the
he's
po-
got
in their
something in the
pocket.
back pocket, and spending 3 of your bans on purely support players, that leaves a lot of holes when you're talking about other roles that you might neglect if you're the University of Buffalo. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. Our first pick for the University of Buffalo coming through with this Victor for their side, and for the side of St. Clair, they're picking into the Oriana.
I think those are two strong mid champs. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as I know, Victor can mostly be. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You thought.
Shyvana. No,
We had-
surely not. Surely not. Surely
No,
not.
I
This
was
is
gonna
we're
say,
being
we-
trolled live on
I was gonna say,
stream.
we have
here.
we actually had intel
Ezreal.
on Shyvana.
Yeah, the rework, the Shyvana rework.
yeah.
That you and I are so familiar. with,
I
of
was just
course.
playing it the other day. I don't know. I mean, we put in the ticker is Shyvana reworked a little overpowered. I always said Shyvana's but a D tier champ. So I can't stop talking about that. So we'll have that conversation.
Hey, there's the karma.
After the stream. That certainly is.
Come on, lock it in. Lock it in. Yes! Mikey potentially on. Oh, yeah, he's on the karma. I mean, surely on the karma. My
would think.
research has paid off, Evan.
There you go.
My research has paid off. No, but
There
we
you
could,
go.
We could talk a little bit about. I think I really like the Oriana. I think Oriana is a very strong champ in the mid, and that gives Maddie something to just utilize with ease, I think. And I think Victor, again, is another strong mid champ, but I do like Oriana myself in this scenario. The Varus, I assume, is going to be the ADC, if I'm understanding that correctly, and Tobacco is going to go into the Ezreal for the ADC as well. Meanwhile, Elvin Cyber is going to play.
That's a Nami.
That is the Nami.
Like the One Piece character.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't know. I thought that I glanced at a second. I thought that was Nico. I'm kind of surprised Nico hasn't been banned out. Personally, I mean that's pretty shocking to me, at least. The St. Clair side is going to ban out the Zaheen, one of the technically is the newest champ if I'm not mistaken. Zaheen is the newest champ in that top lane, so just maybe banning something out that they aren't too comfortable against. Meanwhile, Buffalo's going to ban out the Nocturne, a very strong jungler. It's going to deny Alonso the element of surprise with Nocturne, and looks like their final ban is going to be the Jarvan. And I believe that's also a targeted towards the jungle, targeted towards Alonso.
So you focused your bans initially, if you're Buffalo, on trying to limit your jungle and your support players. But again, you got some really strong, like you're talking about Topablo, maybe you sort of leave that top lane spot a little bit too juiced. But clearly they have something going on. But at least you have the advantage of a fearless draft, is that, when you go into the next one, you can't ban all the same characters.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if for some reason the University of Buffalo realized that they really screwed up, they do have a chance to potentially have a better draft strategy as we come in.
I was really hoping for the
Dr.
Jax.
Mundo?
I think Prod is missing with me because the last time I played League, I'm pretty sure I played Jax and Mordekaiser, so we've seen both of those champs. On the
there's another one.
Oh my goodness, they're just this is just messing with me. FaZe is gonna go with the Mundo, which I believe
That should be
should go to the
that should be Pablo.
Yeah, into the top, right? Oh, okay, and then the Aatrox. So wait, oh yeah, okay. So then the Aatrox should go to Alonso for the jungle, or I don't know. Can other way around? I think maybe potentially is.
I think that's a.
Mundo
according
gonna
to
play?
this, it's a top laner, so that could be for Pablo.
Yeah. So Aatrox is gonna play or in the top, and then Mundo is gonna go into.
Then Gwen for the last one for Buffalo, who is a jungler, I believe.
We can play Gwen top too. If I'm Gwen top.
I was just shooting for the hit there. I thought
Hey,
I had it, but
why not? Why not let it fly? I mean,
trying.
Yeah, I think Gwen is typically played in the top. So Aatrox for Pablo. Alonso's gonna take the Mundo. Maddie's gonna take the Great Orianna pick. FaZe on the Karma. Or, pardon me. Oh well, yeah. I would assume that's backwards. Surely.
You would think.
FaZe is gonna take the Varus in this case, and then Miracle will take the Karma, as foretold in my conversation.
And hey, prediction came true.
Hey,
that's all that matters.
I mean, I'm 1 for 1 on the
so
league.
tell me a little bit about Karma. Why is this a big deal of a pick for Miracle?
You know, you've caught me at the wrong time because I genuinely could not tell you. But I mean, yeah, we could do some quick research on the fly here. I mean, you can take a look here at some of the Karma abilities. Our resident league casters are nowhere to be seen, so you're left with us.
Wait, what resident league caster?
None.
Exactly.
They're not here.
Yeah,
they're not here. They're not here. That's what I mean. There is no resident league caster.
Maybe next semester.
Maybe next semester. We'll have to see. I mean, well.
Not me.
I guess I've just been told I'm doing league casting next semester. Great. Well, I mean, hey.
Congratulations.
Looking at the tier list at Karma on the S+, so pretty strong. And I, under the assumption that enchanters in general are going to get a nerf in the near future. I don't know what that kind of brings out from Karma, but you got to use it while it lasts. Use the LP champs while it lasts.
It's true, and I mean, hey, you know, it's a good-looking champ, at least on paper. And speaking of that, you know, we talk about things that look good. You got a nice shirt you're wearing today. Where did that come from?
Shout out the Sakura Fest merch. We'll talk about it a
Can
little
we
bit.
see can we get like a 180 so we can see the back pattern, or will we save that for the end of the stream?
I think we'll do that at the end of the stream. We'll do that at the end of the stream.
Because the back pattern is always 10 times cooler.
Yeah.
Than,
Okay.
They're making you do it right
we've been told. So I don't know. Should I take the headset off? I feel like a little
just
like
there you go. Wow.
Wait, is it showing the whole thing?
Guys, look at that.
Or no?
Not showing the whole thing.
Yeah. Guys,
it's good quality too.
Come on.
That's good quality T-shirt and very nice print, designed by our Soccer FS team as well.
Yeah, designed by Noah.
Shout out Noah. Shout out Schwam.
Noah for designing this beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
Part of the premium package. So
now I have a question based on merch. Does that design also go on the hoodie, or are there some different designs for the rest of the merch?
The hoodie is a tad bit different. I think the back is a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah. And then.
And is that also part of the $65 premium bundle, or is it just a t-shirt?
No, the hoodies are sold separately.
Hoodies are sold separately.
Yeah. So you
okay.
get a
For
t-shirt.
how much?
I believe it's 45. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. 45.
Very
45,
nice.
And then we'll have stickers.
I got some stickers.
Tote
at
bags. You want a tote bag?
I mean, I don't really use them, but
Yeah,
sure, I
your
guess.
girlfriend.
Sure, I guess.
Surely.
Yeah, I know somebody who'd like a tote bag.
There you go. I think I'm gonna probably buy a tote bag.
There you go.
Or two. My family is a big tote bag family, so. But yeah, shout out to Sakura Fest. I mean, you gotta come out. If you're watching the stream and if you love League of Legends like Evan and I do,
love it.
We're gonna have a RAM Mayhem tournament and a TFT tournament. So perfect
playing in both of
opportunity.
them.
I know you're
I'm
gonna play in
winning
both
of them.
Are you gonna cast and play in both of them?
Yeah, because I'm just that good.
Perfect.
Some say I'm the next Faker.
Okay.
Some
Evan
Faker Johnson.
I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how you hold up in the.
I don't know. I'm scared. I mean,
Howling
it's
Actually,
anything
no.
can happen in ARAM Mayhem.
Yeah, it can happen. And then it's not.
anything
We're
can
not playing on
happen.
Howling Abyss. We're playing on the other map because it's a themed map.
I didn't even know there were two maps.
There's a couple maps. There's like Howling Abyss. There's Zon, and then there's.
Wait, how can there be different maps? They're all one lane.
Well, they're just visually different.
All right.
Visually different.
Okay, so it's like a Rocket League map.
Yeah, but we got the visual. The visual. I can't remember the name of this third map. It's like a spring. It's like a springtide map or a spring map. So it'll be in theme. Cochin's Crossing.
I never would have guessed that.
That would be a
Wow.
Daily Dozen trivia question.
Oh, get
There you
Barstool
go.
Sports on that right away.
But
Man.
they're ready. I think the league team is
I
ready.
think so.
The spirits seem to be high. Everyone's pretty happy. They're all kind of smiling. I mean, Miracle's kind of locked in, but
He's just
FaZe
dialed
and
in.
Maddie are pretty happy. You can see Alonzo smiling in the corner. And we could talk a little bit about predictions, Evan.
I think this one's going to be a 2-0. I
Okay.
think when you sort of take a look at the skill diff in this case, and obviously there's a lot on the line as St. Clair looking to punch their ticket to the land, I think they're going to be coming into this game dialed in. I mean, they've certainly had enough time to sit and prepare for this game.
Yeah.
You know, but I think we are getting close. I think I saw FaZe hit the old posture
gamer
reset,
ready,
you
gamer
know,
stance,
sit
he's
up
ready.
straight, getting ready to go into game. But we'll
He'll
have
be
to
there
wait and see.
momentarily.
But yeah, I'm confident in the 2-0. I think we're going to get a big game from this duo of Miracle and FaZe, and I think they might have left a little bit too much for Pablo to work with. I think he's also going to have a very strong game today, but we'll wait and see.
We will wait and see. I do like the Aatrox pick for Pablo. I'm a big Aatrox fan.
Are you?
Yeah, I like
Really?
Aatrox. I like Mordekaiser. I'm a big Mordekaiser Jax.
Well, I knew this. I did know that.
I'm trying to think of like a fourth. I mean, I like Heimerdinger in top lane, but I think that might be an insane pick.
You
But
never know.
I mean, we'll have to see. They're getting into game, and we'll catch up very shortly with them, as our lovely league client likes to take its time. So
It's true.
We'll just have to sit here and yap just a little bit
Think.
more. But I kind of agree with you in terms of the prediction. I'm going to go with the 2-0 as well. And you know what? I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to say that these are going to be 2 swift games. I don't think they're going to linger. I don't think there's really going to be too much of a chance for Buffalo. And I think the Saints are going to take game 1, and that's really going to crush any
mental
hope.
spirits.
Yeah. That Buffalo could potentially bring into game number 2. So I'm expecting a quick 2-0 for the Saints
Well,
here.
one can only hope.
One can only hope.
But, you know, we'll talk about some other things that are going on at St. Clair today because, you know, this league team, not the only team that's trying to qualify for LAN. Currently on Saints Gaming CA2, which, I mean, if you have 2 monitors at home and you don't have both streams open at the same time, I don't know what you're doing. Because the Rocket League team, in a rematch with Winthrop, 1-1 right now, but St. Clair currently up in Game 3. Actually, because I'm looking in the Observer station right here, I think it actually, unless my vision is bad, but it looks like it says 2-2 right now. Actually, okay, so yes, we are going into OTs.
Okay.
Winthrop, I think it was Percy who added the goal because I was kind of watching through the window there, and I could hear Patrick in room B. He's just screaming.
Well, hey, I mean,
We're gonna miss that energy. We're gonna miss that energy on the league's cast.
Why don't we just get him on after?
I don't think he'd want to do that. I think he's just gonna go home. But maybe
Yeah,
we
but
can
like-
maybe try and steal him away.
No, he's not going to want to.
No, he's not.
gonna want
It's
to
his
at all.
birthday tomorrow.
It is his birthday tomorrow.
Oh, and then update. St. Clair is going into game, and St. Clair just scored 7 seconds into overtime. So the Rocket League team up 2-1 in their series, and we're just about to get underway in our series right now. So lots of things going on. Oh, wait a minute.
If anything, that is a good omen.
I hope so.
For the Saints
Hey,
tonight,
I mean, they
right?
still have 2 more games
That
left
is-
to go.
Of course. But you're contesting very well against one of the better teams, and St. Clair League, they're gonna have to fend off this University at Buffalo team to punch their ticket to Orlando. Starting off,
Gonna be the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars for 1 year.
that is
we
true.
Were talking about
we
that.
just found out that that is in fact true.
You know what? Maybe the league is testing to see if Orlando would be a viable market in the future. I'm not even joking.
I mean,
I'm not even joking. That might actually be a thing they're trying to do. How would you even do that though?
Well, I don't know.
Because you'd have to add like at least another team.
Evan, we got a league game to catch, bro.
They barely even started yet,
Talk
bro.
about 1 second of football, and we're off on
Hey,
a tangent.
you get me talking about football. I could yap about it all the time.
He forgets that there's a league game.
You know, it's kind of like league. You know, it's a similar situation where you get me going. I just won't. Shut up.
Okay.
So you know.
Oh,
See,
interesting. The Pantheon is in the top lane. So that means like Gwen is in
in the jungle. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, didn't you say that?
Did I?
I think you did say Gwen can be
I'll
a
take
jungler,
that.
too.
I'll take that.
And I was like, I
I'll
think
take
it'll be
it.
in the top lane. So
See, I told you I know stuff.
I know
and
stuff.
you doubted me.
I know
You
stuff. Okay.
should never doubt.
I mean, I haven't really seen a Pantheon too much in the top lane.
Well,
but
I haven't seen it at all, so you got more on me. Tell me about it.
that is true. That is true. This mid lane is just being poked back and forth between Maddie and Cybert. The Victor has the range advantage here against the Orianna early on. Brings Maddie down to half HP. He's just going to have to play underneath the tower. Make sure he secures that turret minion. Or that cannon minion, pardon me.
It's okay. I wouldn't have noticed.
You wouldn't have caught that?
Or maybe I would have, and I just wouldn't say
Gives
anything.
way
'Cause
more
I
gold.
don't want to like
Embarrass me.
exactly. I was just testing you to see if you knew.
Of course.
And
of course.
you're doing a good job so far. You passed.
Thank you.
No problem.
Maddie's just being really poked away here. He's going to have to channel back. I mean, the Victor's going to take a lot of space, but here comes the
Dr.
Mundo.
Mundo.
Here comes the
He actually
Mundo.
could potentially find this pick because Alonso is getting really aggressive, and Victor going to be left at 1 HP, retreating back to the tower. But that support from the jungle coming in to help, but now University at Buffalo trying to catch the Saints lacking at the river. That's going to be first blood coming in for St. Clair, so good job for them.
Mundo needs to get over this wall. He needs to get back, come here and support Maddie and Miracle. Miracle's just being
Should
picked
be able to
apart
find
right
this
here.
Gwen as well.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Low HP.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's a double kill on the side of University at Buffalo for the Gwen, for the jungle. Maddie is able to escape, but Miracle leaves his partner in crime phase all to himself. The flash comes out. Is able to take down one onto the Gwen. The shutdown is there, but Ezreal able to get one back, and Buffalo takes a 3-2 lead. They're going to channel back and spend all that gold. Pause comes in. A little bit of a disconnect here for Buffalo, I believe, but that's okay. It is esports. It's never perfect. It's never perfect. There's always some kind of technical issue. I mean, yesterday the Overwatch stream was riddled with a couple technical issues.
We had two crashes
right there.
in the course of like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I mean, thankfully, with them playing the nest, it was really easy for them to just switch their their setup.
Yeah.
You know,
And
just had to log into Discord and Battle.net. So
yeah, and
pretty
thankfully
easy.
it's not one of our players that has an issue tonight, right? It's Buffalo. So
yeah.
All things considered, we should be fine. Back up into the server in a little bit, but kind of a shaky start right there for the Saints.
This is sort of what we've seen before. I mean, it kind of gives me shades of that Bruton Parker game where they're able to survive that early engagement. You know, Maddie left pretty low after that engagement with Victor, but you have Alonso coming in for the support. You know, that does help.
I like the
but
re-engage.
you just had University of Buffalo. They just I was gonna say something. I'm not going to. But they just they swarm.
They converged.
Right? They converged, to their location, and they're just able to pick it off because you just don't have the numbers and you don't have the HP in that situation to really fight. So I think it is good that FaZe was able to at least find the Gwen there instead of it being a 3-1 diff. It's only a 1-kill difference right now, being 3-2. So I think that's best case scenario. Saints are just going to have to lock in just a little bit more. But it's still early. Not much has really happened in this game so far. So still lots of opportunities to get the ball rolling positively.
And I think partially, obviously the inexperience of league casting for both of us. I'm wondering if Alonso might have miscommunicated where the Gwen potentially was in that bottom jungle, because it seemed like they had a really solid plan, and then as soon as they kind of what's the right word, they kind of made that Victor back off. I can't remember the right word that I was looking right there for. They kind of backed up and felt like they were overwhelmed, so maybe it was a little bit of a miscommunication. They had to bring Miracle back up from the bot lane, and that left FaZe all on his lonesome and just kind of domino affected from there. But we'll have to again.
Because we have no idea what's going on.
That's
Actually, we don't have any.
That is what it is.
Have
Well,
any comms.
they look like they're playing,
Yeah, I
and
was
our
gonna say,
client is a
FaZe
little
looks
bit
like
behind.
he's-
So we'll just have to wait for a little bit of a catch up, and that's completely fine here. Hopefully that means that nothing else is broken, and maybe that we've started to really get the ball rolling here.
It's my favorite part about League. The 2.5-minute delay.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
And
do?
then what?
And then
You know,
what?
and then what?
And then
I don't know.
And then what? But I mean, it's gonna be. I think the series is starting out strong. I think is.
Well, they're losing right now, so I don't know about that.
Well, in terms of excitement and energy.
Okay.
I think in general.
I mean, hey, I could see on the players, the energy's there, man.
At least it's not like a 0-0 6 minutes into
True.
the game. Nobody's made a move. First one to make a move loses. This is going to be, looks to be like a little bit more of a back and forth game.
Well, I think if you're Buffalo, I think that's probably your best way to find a way in is just coming out and being very aggressive and surprising St. Clair with the ferocity that you're coming out with, because if you're not able to catch St. Clair early, it's really going to be tough for you to gain any headway, because if you just let them sort of gain CS and just take that gold advantage, you're already losing at that point. So you're just fighting a losing battle. So for Buffalo to come in and make a statement that they're just not going to lay down and die, I think says a lot about their mentality coming to the series.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of different ways Buffalo could approach this game, and I think right now it seems like just powering up this Gwen in the jungle is the route they want to go. Have to see how they manage. Just taking our time. It is what it is. You're peeking over into the Rocket League.
Well, I can
Rocket
also
League
just
stream there.
hear Patrick
That is
through
true.
the door
Patrick
and through the
is-
headset. But it looks like St. Clair is actually going to win. They have a 2-goal lead, 5 seconds left against Winthrop, and yeah, St. Clair, they're going to Orlando.
Well,
Rocket League's going to Orlando.
There we go. Hey, I said so.
Congratulations, Rocket League.
I said that they were going to take that series, so good for them. 1 down, 1 to go tonight.
Well, that would be the... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So we still don't have any idea as to what happened to cause that delay, but...
That's all right. We're here. That's all that matters. We're
here.
back. We're back. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on now. Surely, surely not.
No. No one's left.
Oh,
the game.
isn't this like a bug that happens with like League observing?
Ah.
I don't know. I haven't done a lot of League casting, but I have done my fair share of League replay observing. So
it's fun.
Yeah, it's
I
not
like
bad.
it.
I don't mind doing
I like
it.
it. You catch the action. You can showcase.
I mean, this is probably not that you would understand it, but it's like this is probably one of the easier games to observe, because at least with replay observing, it's just okay, just follow the team fight.
Yeah, I mean,
like
get the big picture.
there is some skill that goes into it where it's like zooming in like the right champ that's going crazy, or if you want to like catch someone flashing in or using an ult, there is some skill to it, but I think it's just somebody who's basically starting from zero, like I would be. It is nice to get a chance to like be involved, but also not need the knowledge of some
intricate knowledge of every champion
single
and every
character. Hey,
ability.
some people are just not built like that. I'm not.
It's just a late train. That's all it is.
Yeah, I never played growing up. I had no interest in playing growing up, so I was already fighting losing battle. Who would be good at this? It should be my spot is David Seymour Rabinovich.
Well,
if only.
If only. If only. A little bit of backing here going on for the Saints, and Nadia and Alonso working together here in the river.
I don't know if Buffalo wants to take this fight. Yeah, they're going to back off.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I don't know if we want to challenge that
Half
right
health
now.
on the Nami, that's not really the way to go in my opinion. And Alonso's just going to try and come up and aura farm his way into the top jungle on the Mundo. Look at him, he's just
on his way to work right now.
High stepping
This guy's
on his way to work.
through. Yeah, he's taking care of business for St.
Some would
Clair.
say they're the go-to-work Saints.
Oh, the go-to-work Saints.
The go-to-work Saints.
Damn, that's
it's like a local reference.
That is a local reference.
It's a local reference. Look at him go,
Very
man.
local reference.
Come on.
He's kind of dripped out though. I can't lie.
I know.
I cannot lie.
Now, is that what you're gonna look like at the banquet? Purple suit and everything?
Yeah, I'm getting my purple suit out of the closet. I just got it steamed the other day, so
Joker.
What?
Okay, Joker.
I was thinking more like kind of like oh
Like
no, that'd be a
Mundo?
green suit. I was thinking more like the Riddler,
Riddler?
vibes.
Jim Carrey Riddler?
With the question marks on it. That's what I should pull up in.
Well, I mean, it seems like the Saints are you know, holding their own
Oh.
here.
Well, riddle me this, Hayden.
Oh.
I mean, the CS difference is fairly close right now. What
Yeah.
does St. Clair need to do to take this next step in this game right now? Because it looks like both teams, after this sort of flurry of activity, we've
down.
really slowed the pace now. It seems like we're just kind of poking away at everybody right now. What do you think is this next step? Are we just playing for grubs at this point? Are we just doing our best to farm objectives? What does St. Clair need to do?
I think it comes down, like we mentioned it, I think it comes down to this bot lane. I think it comes down to a really good gank from Alonso into this bot lane. FaZe seems to be pretty strong at this point. I mean, he did get one pick onto that Gwen. So I think, yeah, we can see Alonso is heading into this bottom jungle. So if they can bait out 1,000 paper stars, that's a mouthful.
That, yeah.
And the Ezreal here, can't even pronounce that.
That sounds alright. You just call him the Ezreal. It's
yeah,
okay.
the Ezreal. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think if they can bait these guys out closer to the tower, find a pick, get some damage onto them. Meanwhile, I think at the top lane, Void Grubs have
Void Grubs.
spawned, and Pablo is battling it out against that Pantheon ever so slightly.
Yeah, no one really looking to make a move for those grubs, but action definitely happening in the bot lane here. Looks like St. Clair may be in a position to find a pick, and that is going to force out Alonso. Here he comes. He's on his lunch break right now, and he's coming to help out on the bot lane. And he is able to find one, but the reinforcements coming in for University of Buffalo. This is a very juiced Gwen that's going to provide some much-needed support, but
the tank
and FaZe is going to be able to escape, and that's 1,000 paper stars crumpling like a piece of paper, and St. Clair coming out on the other side of this team fight.
Wow, Miracle and Maddie, they escape just barely. Maddie's just going to help with this plating in this bottom turret. Exactly, that's 2 for 2 on predictions right there.
There you
by
go.
the way the Mundo comes down to support. They did lose, I believe it was FaZe in that fight, but all things considered, he's just going to pick up this mid lane while Maddie keeps the bot lane in check. And if you're St. Clair, you got to be happy with that engagement. You are going to get some good damage onto, oh my goodness.
Wow,
Oh my
I can't
goodness.
believe he got away with that
That
channel.
was like a frame perfect
Get some
channel.
damage out on the Victor as well, but not really going to mean much. Just FaZe and Miracle going to return to their lane, and that's first Drake coming in as well. So I think if you're St. Clair, you might want to try and prioritize this because Buffalo, they're in prime position to take it.
They are here.
And I don't think FaZe and Miracle are going to put up much of a fight here. They're just going to concede first Drake to Buffalo.
I don't really think they can. The wards are around, so they have vision completely around the Ocean Drake, and they are just going to
No one's gone for grubs yet.
No one's gone for grubs. I think it takes a little bit of time, 10 minutes until I believe the Rift Herald pops up, and we're going to take a look at this replay down in the bot lane.
This is all Alonso just coming in and being that guy. You know, it's like in WWE when you have someone coming in on like the Super Slam. It's like, my God, that's Alonso's music. And he's coming in, you know, aura farming with Dr. Mundo and able to just give St. Clair the support they need. And, you know, you let guys who are on low HP like FaZe and Miracle and Maddie escape in that fight and just extend a little bit. And because of that, St. Clair take that early advantage. But meanwhile, it's going to be 1,000 paper stars is going to be coming back with a vengeance. That's going to tie it back up for Buffalo. Miracles has the spacing to survive this, and the Saints are going to steal grubs away from University of Buffalo. But like we saw before, this is a team that, yes, they are coming in as a major underdog. They're definitely going to be giving St. Clair their toughest challenge.
Don't get too greedy here, Miracle. Don't want to get
Need
too...
the support. Where's the support?
The Gwen is here too. Oh no. Dove in the back line. Miracle goes down. They did get the grubs, but Buffalo...
At what cost?
At what cost, exactly. I mean, FaZe now, he can't really do much. Maddie goes down in the mid lane to Victor. FaZe is just going to have to play underneath tower. Has no support to really help him out. To Pablo now. It's really important that he can kind of scale upwards here. Hasn't had too much action in the top lane. I mean, look at the scoreboard, right? 0-0-0 both sides. They really have not gone at it. Nice little chip of damage there onto the Pantheon. Probably doing a great job of keeping these minions in check. Airborne. Chipping away. That's all that matters here in the top lane. You got to be careful that you aren't going to get ganked, but you are doing a great job at keeping this Pantheon at bay, and Saints just need to restabilize in the mid and bot lanes.
Yeah, that's definitely still the biggest weakness right now, is that this Victor is getting pretty strong if you take a look at the difference in CS. But Saints are still hanging in there. It's been this Gwen who's been the big problem for St. Clair thus far, but we get our next little bit of action in the jungle right now, 3v3, but
you know
engagement short-lived as both teams poke away and decide they don't want any of that.
I think you baited out the Pantheon all right there too, so kind of a mini engagement just to bait out some abilities. Both sides, this bot lane, pardon me, meanwhile, is going to receive some action of their own. The FaZe is going to get stunned out, and the Ezreal has his number once again. Miracle, though,
should be able to...
Oh, just barely gets the heal off, and now I think just...
Mundo is close.
Yeah, Mundo is nearby. Can he get there quick enough? Can he walk him down? Walk him down, Mundo. Walk him down,
quick.
Alonso.
He's moving quick.
Ward goes down. Have to fight this. Big damage from Mundo right here. Oh my goodness, he's just
rinsing.
He is just
He's gonna flash out, but oh man.
No way.
Oh,
my
this
goodness.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you should get that greedy, but I guess it pays off for St. Clair as they find a pick, but
the tank is gonna tank.
They just gotta do tank things.
2 players in front of him and a turret. Alonso does not care. Maddie.
That should be Maddie. Nice job.
There you go. Oh no.
Oh. At what cost though?
The Victor. I believe that's the Victor ult right there. Area of effect and the stun. It'll hurt ya. Meanwhile, what you laughing at?
Nothing, bro.
Nothing. Nothing. I saw you chuckling. Chuckling at this
watching
game?
them. I'm just watching
chuckling at St. Clair's performance or Buffalo's performance?
I mean, I don't want to say I'm disappointed with the way St. Clair has been coming out this far, but I mean, I can't lie, I was expecting a bit more of a dominant
Lopsided?
Performance thus far. I think Buffalo is, again, like we said, they're coming in playing for their lives essentially in NACE, and
it's a huge opportunity.
They're not going down without a fight, and I think for St. Clair, you know, this is a team that, at least on paper, you know, you do have that skill diff, but same thing as that Broom Parker game I was last on, is that you don't want to say it's playing down competition or playing this long game, but there definitely have been a lot of engagements that have left me scratching my head. Maybe just because I don't understand what's going on. Sure, you could say that. But possible. But it just feels like St. Clair, they're maybe not taking the right engagements, or this Buffalo team, they're just able to gank just a little bit better. This Gwen especially has been a big difference maker for them.
Has been a big difference maker, pardon me, but so Pablo does find the kill onto the Pantheon just a few seconds ago, and that is first turret for St. Clair. Mundo is roaming in that top jungle nearby that Gwen, so they have that space to take, and second Drake is up here for Buffalo.
You would think that St. Clair usually goes after this Rift Herald, but it looks like Gwen's going to beat them to the punch. But Alonso, he's going to be there to try and offer some support to delay this, but the reinforcements coming from both sides, and that's going to be Buffalo just stealing it away. They've been doing a really good job at denying St. Clair's these objectives. They're just going to do this purely in the team fight, and Alonso, he's been the guy for St. Clair. 6 kills around the 15-minute mark.
Uh-oh. Get there.
Oh, it was close. Very, very close, but it's going to live to fight another day if you're Remy.
What a performance from Alonso right here. Really just keeping the Saints
afloat.
It feels like.
But you can only tread water for so long, and that unfortunately does kind of feel like that if you're St. Clair, because Buffalo, they're going to get this second Drake. So you're already down 2 Drakes, and you gave up the Rift Herald as well. So you got a lot of tools in the back pocket now for Buffalo.
Mighty has to be careful here. Mighty has to be careful in the mid lane. He knows that they were down grabbing that Drake. He is going to be able to escape. Mundo was there for the support. Meanwhile, FaZe Miracle, they're just clearing their way through this bot lane. I do like, okay, the objectives have not gone in the Saints' favor besides Grubs, but overall I do like the way that they have been playing. They've really been pushing University at Buffalo back, and once again, another turret for St. Clair. So all things considered, they are looking good. The goal difference is swinging in their favor, so
it's the CS that concerns me right now. I mean, mid is really the only one where you're really starting to fall behind, but Pablo is starting to get very strong. Dr. Mundo has been a very solid pick, but I mean, the Gwen as well, like the University of Buffalo jungler has been quite strong. And then take out this bot lane, I feel like it's been fairly even for both of these teams. I think Buffalo has maybe gotten the better of Miracle and FaZe just a little bit more, and that's just unfortunate right there. There's not much you can do if you're Pablo when you have a gank set up like that, but it's okay. We move. Still left in terms of gold. Still have a chance to get that back, but it looks like some action happening now in the mid lane.
Now FaZe and this Ezreal, sworn enemies in that bot lane.
Is that like true? Is that war?
Well, I don't know the sworn enemies, but they're both ADCs, so they're both going at it.
I thought you were like lore
No,
dumping.
it was not lore dumping. I could not tell you. I could not tell you. But just in terms of a matchup today, sworn enemies. Miracle and FaZe. Just keeping up the aggression. Comes the rest of St. Clair.
They really want to take this fight in mid, and some ults coming through for the side of Buffalo, and Saints are going to have to run with their tail between their legs because this just was an absolute disaster. Lose both FaZe and Miracle. Maddie able to escape, but you're not going to be able to come away with any picks, and the Rift Herald coming through as well. Big chance for you, Buffalo, to make a big swing.
I think this Rift Herald is almost going to secure this turret, so you are going to lose that protection underneath the tower. Maddie, you have to get out of there. You have to escape. This Gwen is just unstoppable. A double kill for Gwen, and they can just roll through onto the second mid tower.
Yeah,
all Alonso can do is watch.
This is really starting to get worrisome if you're St. Clair. I mean, you're delaying the destruction of this turret, but I feel like the damage has already been done. I mean, you have to maybe try and push the fleeing members of Buffalo, but you're just not going to be able to do it. You know, they just have so much space, and now you're down 5. This gold difference swung back the other way. If you don't win this next team fight, things are really going to start to get scary because they just don't seem to have any answer for this Gwen.
Yeah, your timers are going to be really long. Buffalo was able to go and back, so they're going to be full HP. You're not going to be able to catch anyone off guard, and it's a rough go here for the Saints. Once again, just hard to really grasp where they kind of lost this game, as Baron is going to come up in about 7 seconds at this moment. So a very important objective, and if anything is very obvious from this game, it seems like Buffalo has had their eye on the objectives a little bit more than St. Clair, but they are just gonna, they're just gonna freely take that Baron match.
I don't agree with this at all. I mean, Buffalo has had every objective going in their favor, and I mean, clearly it's paying off because they're in the lead right now, and by getting Baron, you're setting yourself up to be even stronger. You know, yes, St. Clair they've been fighting with turrets of their own, but I think this Buffalo game is definitely benefiting the long run here because St. Clair can get as many turrets as they want. They're going to 5-man this last mid turret, but once we get into this next fight, which looks to be happening right now, this can get very dangerous for St. Clair. But look at this, Alonso coming in with pick number 1. Big swing for St. Clair, but Gwen doing a really solid job at
just get out of there,
getting down this health. And St. Clair, they're going to have to flee, but Buffalo trying to push the pace, try and find these fleeing members, but I don't think they're going to find anybody.
That's okay. You got one. They had the Baron buff on them. Just play defense now. You took that second tower. Just need to play defense. Don't let Buffalo get any ideas. Don't let them think that they can steamroll you.
Jesus, this Victor is strong right now.
Yes, Victor is strong, but I think Alonso might just be a tad bit stronger. To Pablo, making a move himself, goes over the wall, unable to find the hit. But oh my goodness, Alonso, you're getting a little too greedy there. Might have been a step too far, and now the Saints, they have to retreat. You cannot re-engage this University of Buffalo just has too much HP, and once again,
another
Drake goes in favor of Buffalo. But I will say, at least the time is ticking down on that Baron buff, so if you can take anything away from this, Alonso is a part of these team fights. It's a completely different vibe in these engagements.
I mean, he's the only one who's consistently killing for St. Clair. I mean, he's got 7. Everybody else, it's 1, or if you're a Miracle, it's 0. But I mean, I guess for him, that's not really that's not what he's playing for. But still, I mean, Alonso is just doing everything right now for St. Clair. I mean, this has been a little bit listless, I think, when you're looking at the rest of the team. They need to start showing up in this game, because right now, University of Buffalo, I mean, yes, we're definitely not in an end game scenario quite yet, but they're definitely starting to swing things in their favor, and with FaZe and Miracle both falling, a lot of space now being created for Buffalo, and they're just gonna walk it right down into St. Clair's Nexus.
I think the only good takeaway from that engagement right there was that the Nami got 2 kills. That's not like the best, but I don't really think it's going to matter too much in the long run. Maddie is here on his lonesome. Well, Alonso is...
The timers are so long right now.
The timers are long. All they can do is really watch University of Buffalo just kind of engage and disengage at their will whenever they feel like it. Take St. Clair's bottom jungle side and channel back. This Gwen is just powering up. Feels like every minute the Gwen is doing something that is detrimental to St. Clair.
And it's not even that the Gwen is that much stronger than Alonso right now. It's just in the right spot and just picking their fights so carefully is Buffalo. And you know, you have a strong mid laner as well in Victor. Your ADC for Buffalo has been doing solid as well. Yes, FaZe is stronger on paper, but we haven't really seen that impact happen at all. I mean, it's how many team fights have we seen St. Clair actually come away from confidently with a win? Like, just to kill,
what do I know?
Just to kill your top laner, you have to send 4 to get 1 pick. I mean, that's not really a recipe for success. You're down 7 kills. The gold diff is starting to pile up as well.
It's not great. I don't mind it though, because that does set the Pantheon on a about a 40-second-ish timer, right? And Baron's back up again in 2 minutes. Pablo's gonna get
Gwen again.
Out, though. Gwen again. I'm not really sure what that was about. That felt a little weird, but not a bad pick for St. Clair. But to lose to Pablo like that, it kind of offsets it, I think, a little bit. Just cruise down this bottom jungle here. Minute 35 until Baron, and Baron is going to be extremely crucial here. Alonso, do not walk into something you are not ready for. He's going to get some good damage, though. I think at this point, blue buff is gone. Don't get too aggressive. Don't get too greedy here. Miracle is going to get flashed away. Blue turret goes down, and Ezreal takes down Miracle. Just like that, the Saints have been silenced here in the 25th minute. Buffalo really, really playing well. It feels like they're playing much better as a team, understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses here in game number 1.
Yeah, and St. Clair, it's just very disjointed on this first game. It just doesn't seem like anything can really get going for the Saints team, and I think you've already dug yourself into a pretty considerable hole. I mean, sure, there's an opportunity, but you got to start winning these team fights, and I think right now it's these heavy hitters for Buffalo are just too strong to really go toe-to-toe with.
Yeah, you really have to find a pick like they did against the Pantheon, and then you need to like build off of that, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to take space, take a crucial objective here. And Baron's up in 20 seconds, so if you're going to find something, it has to be now that's going to potentially take University of Buffalo player out for that fight. Ability misses on the side of St. Clair. It's just going to cost them this kind of awkward situation. They're just stuck in this river here, and they're getting surrounded slowly but surely. Baron has spawned. And now St. Clair, they're making their way over to this top side. Engagement's going out all around. Maddie being zoned out by this Victor. Good damage though from FaZe. I do think that this Varus, if they can hold on, this Varus will scale pretty hard. But look at Buffalo, man. They're just moving as a team, moving as one unit. Not worried about anyone or anything right now.
I mean, why should they
No,
be afraid
no
right
reason
now?
to.
And
No reason to be.
They're gonna get. I assume they're gonna get this next Drake. Saints are gonna try and fight this here in the river, but that is just absolutely shredded from Gwen as FaZe will fall. Another kill coming through is Alonso, the next victim of Gwen's reign of terror. And as predicted, another Drake for Buffalo, and 11 kills up on St. Clair right now. I mean, you talk about chance for a comeback. I'm not really seeing it anymore.
They're running straight to Baron.
I think this one's over.
I think it might be. It might be over. I think the Saints have one last chance at turning this tide here. I think the time it takes to get this Baron and to walk down to the Nexus, it gives the Saints time to play defense, but
you're so strong.
Yeah,
if you're Buffalo, and I mean, they're going to channel back and come back with full HP, and I mean, I think that's really just delaying the inevitable. If you're St. Clair, you can play defense as much as you want, but this is another NFL metaphor. It's like you can only play defense for so well before a guy like, just an absolute, tank comes through your line.
The tank in this case is the Gwen, right?
Yes, that's
like,
the prime Ladanian Tomlinson,
Tomlinson
coming through your line.
I mean, yeah, this Gwen has just been unstoppable. I mean, Alonso's had a good game. Like, it's not like Alonso's being necessarily out-jungled.
Unfortunately, being overshadowed by Gwen's
yeah,
performance.
It's being overshadowed by the Gwen in this case. I don't think necessarily played bad, but...
And maybe these bans for Miracle and FaZe are paying off, because you look at FaZe and Miracle's numbers. I mean, Miracle, it's only 6 assists right now, which, I mean, for him, that's a bad day at the office, and FaZe hasn't really been contributing much either. So
look at this.
Just absolutely frying this turret for Buffalo, and they're going to try and push this pace now, it looks like. Maybe not, as Saints, they have numbers, but Buffalo is able to reposition. Gwen going to be that first point of contact, and
Miracle just got destroyed.
Yeah,
destroyed. Meanwhile, in the top lane, turret is going to get claimed, but the Saints...
Is that really anything at this point?
Well, hold on here. Alonso, no. I thought if Alonso hit that ability right there onto Cyber, could change a little thing, a little bit, but I mean, yeah. It's a Pablo and Alonso. They just gonna wait and watch and
just send Gwen in there.
Yeah,
that's all you need to do.
Just send Gwen, and Buffalo is gonna.
It's 12 kills.
Yeah,
for the Buffalo jungle.
Really tough right here for the Saints. I mean, one last ditch effort is just too much damage. Too much damage on the side of Buffalo. They take a series lead, 1-0, in convincing fashion, Evan. I mean, I thought it was going to be the reverse. I really did. And
that's what I was thinking as well. But, I mean, clearly we have been shut up.
Yep.
But
what do we know?
Yeah, well, not much in terms of leaks. So we're probably not the best people to really analyze this. But it comes from the start. And, I had a really weird feeling at the start when University of Buffalo, they just come in and take this first engagement. I don't know if it's just Saints getting a little too overconfident, but they just let a lot of engagements just sort of slip through their fingers, and you kind of let the Gwen go a little bit unchecked. I can't see them not banning that out in the next. Well, you can't even. You can't. Okay, so
can't play Gwen. So at least that's off the table.
Maybe for Buffalo, you sort of burn your really strong characters at the start, but I think there's more to it than that. I think maybe if you're St. Clair, some communication issues might be there. It looks like we were getting a little bit greedy on some engagements. We saw Alonso sort of fall victim to that as well. And I think the mentality of just foregoing all the objectives and just trying to push turrets, I think really came back to bite them after a while, because the only one you take is Grubs. I mean,
it doesn't really do for
where's the mid
run.
to late game scaling?
Yeah.
There, like you just don't have that.
Yeah.
So I think for St. Clair, I think when you're coming into the second map, I'm really trying to prioritize playing a lot smarter, picking the right engagements for team fights, and really putting a priority on the objectives we're trying to push, because we just cannot let Buffalo run everything like they did in the previous matchup.
You cannot. And now the Saints are against the wall. Backs against the wall
Yeah.
here. They got to win 2 straight to qualify for LAN. We're going to find out what happens in game number 2 after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K. Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in-game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight.
Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's cap. Teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis.
Not really secret, but I play card games. I like to DJ on the side.
Eating.
Queuing up Pokemon Showdown.
My secret hobby is collecting Pokemon cards.
I like fitness.
Collecting Labubus.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on? How was map 1? Good.
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed.
Either no more than Calamity though. Left in 5, he'll be shut down. The rotation was for Cumberland, but St. Clair breaks through. Gaining leads. What the heck is that? Situation now 1-on-1, 1 HP on this solo. 1 bullet is a 4-person 1v5. Stand against the rest.
Guy to this ball, guy to get down, maybe even get one for the road.
Our own standards here in this overtime period because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got a TP over. He avoids Ego.
Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. Safe Clair.
Horse back already so low. Redx taking down 2, taking down 1. Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with 1 on
First gamer tag. In like 2008, I had the gamer tag Apple i50.
McBender 91.
Alonso. Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it. Div Winland.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning Seal.
I'm looking for revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4?
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
What's up, guys? We're here with members of the Overwatch team for a Pokemon Roulette Wheel Challenge. On the wheel, we have different characteristics of Pokemon that they have to hunt down in the open world. The catch is, all the Pokemon that they have to find have been randomized, and they have to catch a Pokemon with that attribute. First one to get 3 is going to win the challenge.
Yay!
Yay!
W Pokemon! Are you excited for Gen 10, guys?
Yes.
Oh my
Pokemon
God.
Wind and Waves?
Wait, you can't leak that. You're not allowed to leak
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
But we're gonna get canceled by Pokemon.
Yo, MP.
Yeah, no, this map is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Water man.
Yo, Chris God, what the hell are you doing, bro? We got a match, bro. You're late.
Yo, I gotta go.
Yo, log in,
Yo,
bro.
I gotta go. Now I'm good.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Toronto Defiant before they blew up.
Probably FaZe, Gen G, Cloud9.
100 Thieves, probably.
Dilducks.
TSM.
It's gotta be Optic.
G2.
Face.
Optic.
Elena Rain. Favorite pro player? Lethal.
I'm gonna go Faker.
Faker, I guess.
Can you be retired?
Yeah.
Scump.
I'll say Scump.
Shotzi.
Fury.
Salute.
Carrier.
Perks.
Myself, I'm tier 1. Pokemon or Minecraft?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Minecraft.
Bioshock.
Probably Devil May Cry series.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Clash Royale.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in-game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never
What's-
spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CS:GO.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I can't do it anymore. It's like I've lost the focus when I start talking.
Well, not with
We're
that
back.
attitude.
We're back. Short little break, and we've got game 2 coming up between St. Clair. I almost just forgot our school name. St. Clair.
It's been a long day.
University.
It's
But it
been a
has
long
been a long
day.
day, to be fair. Game 1 did not go in the way of the Saints.
No, not at all.
It was
Actually,
a pretty
it
rough
was
go
pretty
around.
bad.
Yeah, not too great for the boys in green, or the boys in white tonight, I guess it would be, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, backs against the wall, like we said before the break, Evan. You got to pull something out deep from the bag.
And it's got to happen now because you can't afford to fall behind early like you did in the previous game, because we saw what Buffalo can do when they have a chance to, you know, get some time to farm some objectives and farm some CS. They're pretty formidable. You know, I think we were maybe underestimating them a little bit, you know, and I think you brought up a good point. You know, it's almost like March Madness, you know, a 5 and a 12. And in this tournament, we saw a 12 seed taking out a 5 seed in the first round of March Madness. So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility where an underdog can upset a, you know, a favored team.
A powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Truly.
But, you know, again, there's still time for St. Clair. This is definitely not over yet. I think it's all going to start with a solid draft, though.
It does start with a solid draft. And I think just touching upon quickly about the 12 to the 5, right? Like, that 12 seed, like Buffalo, they got to be hungry for this, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, and we'll just keep it so real. Has University of Buffalo ever attended an NACE LAN? This is
Couldn't
huge.
tell you off the top of the
I
dome.
know, but like this is huge, right? This is something that they've been working towards clearly all semester, and now they have the opportunity. One more win, and you can secure your spot in Orlando. So for them, it's like huge. Like it's just the hunger, right? It's there, right? So the Saints, they have to dig deep. They have to find a way to pull off this reverse sweep at this point. 1 down, 2 to go potentially. I mean, or they have to win 2 more, but.
Yeah.
2 more potentially for us here on stream. And yeah, like you said, I think it's important for the Saints to get off to a fast start. Unlike game number 1, as we check in on stage, the boys,
they're still there.
Still there. They're not as happy.
I don't know. FaZe has his hat backwards now. Do you think that's going to impact his play?
It's like the locked in with the controller. Evil FaZe.
Evil FaZe.
Evil FaZe. We got Evil FaZe, Evil Mike. Mike is looking definitely locked in. I'm not going to repeat what Prod just said to me on the mic there, but
Prod could tell Maddie that after.
Yes. Exactly. And
I'm still not going to bring it up.
I'm not going to bring it up. Stream will never know. They're never going to know.
That was crazy comms.
Alonso and Pablo at the end of the table there. At the end.
Man, you can tell it's been one of those streams thus far, man. That's what happens when we get the Evan Fader cast on League of Legends. Man. How's your night
We
going?
gotta really lock in here. This is really important
I
stuff.
am
I'm
locked
trying
in.
to lock in. It's really important stuff here. Round of 16 playoffs, and I'm dying at the desk here. I'm laughing.
Hey, but you're
laughing
having
at the
fun.
desk.
That's all.
Having
that's
fun,
all
and,
that
and
matters.
in the end, that's what esports is all about,
hey,
buddy.
so they
it's
say.
about having fun.
Hey,
But
and you know, to be fair, when we came on, we did not promise.
No.
We did not promise.
Never,
you know,
never.
It's gonna be. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Should Shyvana be nerfed after the rework? What do we think here? Is this
Is Shyvana broken?
Shyvana?
chat?
That's my bad, bro.
Is Shyvana broken? Chat type 1.
Yeah,
in the
type
chat
1 if yes, and
Shyvana
2
is broken,
if no.
2 if no. And then type W miracle.
Yeah,
after
I think
that.
we need that support right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We need to support our support players.
Support the support. Foundations.
It's true. There's
for
layers
the supports.
to this.
Yeah, there is layers to this. Looks like the team is discussing some potential draft options coming up pretty soon here as we approach the 10 p.m. hour. Evan's laughing. I don't know.
I'm not.
What you're.
Now,
you're giggling. You're
nothing, bro.
smiling over
Nothing.
here, bro. You're
This-
so excited for game
I-
number 2 of this
I'm-
series, dude.
I'm geeking out for League of Legends.
I know you're
right
geeking
now.
out. We should
9:55.
We should get Prod to get the camera back on us so we can do one more Sakura plug.
Oh, good idea.
I think we
good
should.
idea while we wait.
should.
I mean, this
Well,
is
maybe Prod
This
is-
is going to be an interactive bit.
Yeah, it is.
this
I gotta
time.
take the headset off. You're gonna describe. Well, maybe I should describe what it is.
Yeah, because I'm closer.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait until.
We'll wait until it happens.
Until
I
it
guess.
happens. Until Prod locks in.
We're we're just waiting for draft right now, and kind of like the first one, it was a little bit of a delay before we got into draft. So again, not
too surprising.
It's just not sure what what's happening, but we'll.
League players, they like to take their time.
It's definitely a slower paced esport.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like your Valorants, your Counter Strikes, or your Overwatch. Oh, a gift.
For me?
For us. Is she broken?
Great.
One
Greg.
for yes.
One for yes.
Two
for
for
no.
no.
Guys. We're-
Vote now in the chat.
Vote for now.
Come
you
on.
know.
Let's get it going. Look at that Shyvana artwork, man. This is what it's all about, bro. Are you getting hyped up? Are you gonna play Shyvana tonight when we play?
Will we play tonight? We're playing tonight.
When we queue
Ooh,
a couple.
I don't know, man.
Sorry,
I mean,
buddy. I'll see you on the Rift tonight.
We got 9 a.m. class tomorrow. I don't know, man. This is you're putting a lot on me.
Come
All of
on.
a sudden.
Come on.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
thank,
but now it's
thank
time
God
for the interactive.
it's back to us. Now
it's
we can
time
do
for the
this
interactive part.
bit.
All right. Evan's gonna take his mic off. We're gonna do a little showcase because we talked a little bit earlier. Just wheel it in, man. Just wheel it in. No, you don't have to hide. You're not. We've got our Sakura Fest merch. I've got the shirt. There, perfect. Perfect. I've got the shirt. Dude, this feels like I'm just like taking over the stream. Like, I've got the shirt. Beautiful design. Shout out to our designer, Noah Schwam Graziano. We've got our sweater here. Great design. Bronze Nunu player exposed. Noah is a bronze Nunu player exposed. Great design on the back with the flower. Oh, with the flower. Sorry, chat. I'm using the camera as my visual here. Great design here. Plenty of sizes for you. Evan's nodding. And then the tote bag. Evan, Prod's saying to wrap it up. The tote bag, great design. I believe this is the same design on the tote as it is on the back? Yes, it is. Great. Great. It's awesome. Come out to Sakura Fest. I'm sure we'll plug it one more time by the end of the night. Should I like...
There's no way that's going to stay.
Yeah, well.
No, it won't.
Okay. All right, well, we've got a draft. We've got a draft
I can go
coming
get
up.
it later.
It's fine. We'll get it later. Draft is here. There's our picks
There we go.
from game number 1, so none of those champs are on the board, of course, for game number 2. Quick first ban for the side of
Did not
University
take
of
long.
Buffalo, Nico.
And now notice, you notice that Buffalo being on the blue side. Now is St. Clair going to be electing to go for this red, and that ban actually
doesn't
changing.
turn out to be the Nico.
Actually, it's another
Bard.
ban targeted at Miracle, and clearly, like we had mentioned, I think these targeted bans for one of the best players of St. Clair clearly worked for the University of Buffalo. So, and that's a second one as well.
Yep.
Coming through targeting Miracle, so I think it's a pretty similar strategy. If you're University of Buffalo, you just neutralize your support player for St. Clair, you might have an easy path to victory.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worked out in game number 1. SCC, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to ban out the Sona and the Zaheen. The Zaheen was a little bit later last time, though,
Yeah,
but
still.
it is what it is. Same premise, right?
And then the Seraphine makes 3.
Hey, good shout. Seraphine.
So
that is technically 3 supports.
Yeah.
I think you can play Seraphine in a different position as well, but still technically could be considered a support pick, right? So the Silas ban for SEC, that's a mid laner ban, I believe. So not too surprising right there. Trying to make Maddie's life a little bit easier. Once again, kind of got bullied a little bit by that Victor in game number 1. Buffalo gonna take the Nico as their first pick, not their first ban. A very strong support, one of the stronger ones that we have seen lately here in League of Legends. And Pablo is going to take the Kaisa. That's not. I don't think that's actually going to go to the Pablo. That's probably going to go to FaZe in the ADC spot. And the Rakan as well for SCC. I believe
is it a mid lane?
Let's see.
Maybe.
Let's check it out.
I mean, I have a 1 in 5 chance.
Support.
Support. Well,
interesting.
Can't win them all.
Miracle on the Rakan. I don't think.
I
don't know if I've seen that myself.
I've seen that one.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh,
wow.
It's his favorite champ. All right, so hey, you try and ban out around Miracle, and you just leave his favorite champ on the table.
What? I didn't. How did I not know that? I'm like, dude, we're like good friends with Miracle.
Although interesting, as you know, you bring that out now, and then you won't have that option available in a potential 3rd game.
No, but your back's against the wall here. You gotta win this.
I know, but
you gotta win it.
I know it's true, and you look at for Buffalo bringing out the Mbessa.
Yeah,
definitely something you want to keep your eye on, especially with how you don't want to say. I don't know. Like, does it go to the top, or do you have your Gwen play the Mbessa, who is just so strong? And after 1, do you give them a stronger character in a role they're comfortable with? That could definitely be troublesome if you're St. Clair.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think that it leans both ways. And same thing technically with Maddie's pick of Malphite. Malphite can lean, I believe, into the jungle, but also into the top lane. So interesting to see kind of what route they go with that. Last couple of bans coming in for both sides. SEC is going to ban out the Ahri and the Swain, I believe that is. And Buffalo is going to ban out the Rise. And I always forget that character's name. I'm pretty sure it's a... no, it's not an ADC. I lied. I forget. I forget. It is okay. We will find it for you.
There are like 170 characters in the game. I think it's okay if you.
We will find it.
If you miss, if you won, it's Talia actually.
Talia. And you know what? Now that you say it, I do.
Yeah. Again, I was just testing you.
Yeah. FaZe is gonna pick up. Man, this is like a good test because it's like, how fast can one of us?
How
find
fast
it
can one of us
to highlight? That is what it is. Akali going on the side of University at Buffalo, and the Nocturne not getting banned out this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was, again, or do you leave Nocturne for your jungle player and then Mbessa in the top lane?
Don't tempt me like that. Don't tempt me like that, production, with the Mordekaiser pick. The Renekton comes in. So, okay, so it looks like Kaisa is going to go to FaZe. Renekton should go to Pablo? No. Whoa, where can Renekton play? Can Renekton play in the jungle? Okay, no, okay. I'm just being trolled. Yeah, Malphite goes to the jungle. Maddie goes with the... let's find it. Let's find it quick. We can do it.
Can we?
We can do it. Nope, I can't do it. Wait!
I mean,
Syndra. I found it. Syndra for
go.
Maddie.
I was just about to say
FaZe takes the Kaisa, and Miracle takes the Rakan. Game number 2 coming up between St. Clair and University at Buffalo. One final potential go around here for the Saints this semester in NACE, if they don't hold off here in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's not looking good, but I mean, these bans definitely look strong on this Buffalo side. I mean, again, I think we sort of underestimated them coming into this game. For St. Clair, I think, having Miracle on a champion that he's comfortable with, trying to reassess your strategy coming in, I think definitely would help. But again, it's all just going to come down to how you perform in the server today. And I mean, quite frankly, after this first map, I wasn't super impressed with how the team came out. It didn't really seem like there was a lot of what's the word for it? A lot of like drive or maybe like.
I think drive is a good word for it.
Yeah, or like
a lot
just.
It really just felt like they didn't want to win that first game. Like the way that they played, it felt like they expect to win regardless. So wow, you drop 1, okay, we'll just do it in 3. But Buffalo looked really strong there in game number 1, and if they can carry that into game number 2, this is gonna go. This is gonna be a fast 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just depends on how St. Clair is taking these initial engagements and approaching their early game, because they definitely was a slower paced start in this first map, but we'll see how it goes. I think if you're St. Clair, I'm definitely trying to have a better sense of urgency. I think that was the word I was looking for earlier. When you're talking about this second game, because again, your backs are against the wall right now. You're coming in as the heavily favored team. This isn't something you should really let fall by the wayside here. So, got to give it your all, and I think it's top to bottom. You just need to make sure you can dial in. I think if you can lean on Alonso, because clearly he had a very strong first game, so I think if he can sort of have a repeat performance of that, and if Miracle could start to pick it up a little bit on champion he's good with, I think this might be at least a little bit closer in terms of matchup.
Yeah, let Alonso uplift the other players, like unfortunately they weren't able to do in game number 1. That is the key here in game number 2. I think just individual performances all around need to be a level up, a step up from game number 1, right? And you have to be able to stop that jungler for Buffalo, because that was a pretty great performance. One of the better actual individual performances really we've seen on stream all year from an opponent against SEC, right?
Just incredibly hard to shut down.
Yeah, and it felt like they had scaled so hard that even in the team fights where, you don't necessarily, you can't necessarily rely on one individual, it did feel like that Gwen just came out and dominated, right? It just came out. Like, it was like 2 scenarios in that first game where Gwen just came in and just like chopped up Maddie or Miracle within like a second. So, too fragile on the side of the Saints in terms of health pools in game number 1. So hopefully in game number 2, potentially maybe build a little bit better, play a little bit more coordinated as a team, and I just think you just got to lock in. You just have to understand where you are, what this game means, and you have to understand that just because you win this, it doesn't mean it's over either. So even if you do secure game number 2, don't get too excited.
Because you still have to do it again.
You have to do it again, and you've already lost 1, so it's not like it's guaranteed you're going to win it, right? Like, if you take game number 1, you think, man, this is pretty easy, man. This light work. Yeah. But now your back's against the wall. Said it multiple times tonight, and I just think it's going to be a huge uphill battle. It's going to be one of the better performances by the Saints all year if they do come back and qualify for Orlando. So we'll see very shortly. But it is what it is.
It's classic.
Classic league.
Classic
There's always a bug with something. There's always something going on. That is what it is. You're stuck with us here on the desk, chat.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately for you.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean, what are your thoughts on Shyvana?
I think she needs to be nerfed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that rework didn't come through enough.
Is she broken?
Again, guys, we need to see the numbers popping.
Need to see some movement.
We need to see some movement in the chat. Let's get this discussion going again. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Come on. I'm voting for no, man.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, what would you say?
I'm voting for no. I don't think Shyvana's broken. I'm going with no. Now, do I know what Shyvana does? No, I can't tell you.
I don't either.
Clearly.
All right, Prod thinks she's broken.
So if Prod thinks she's broken,
I think Prod is a better authority on League than you or I. So I'll take Prod's word for it.
I agree. I agree with that statement. I think pretty tough to disagree with Prod. I mean, we would get dwarfed.
Of course.
We would get dwarfed in that category.
Hey, that's League.
Come on. There we go. We are here in the Summoner's Rift for game number 2 between St. Clair College and University at Buffalo. St. Clair on the red side here in game number 2. Buffalo on the blue side. Starting off slow, as always here. The first couple of minutes. Just take some time to get rolling. Gotta get some CS going. The first pick's coming in.
CS?
Okay, dude. This guy.
Man.
This guy.
Maybe one day we'll have Counter-Strike on a St. Clair stream.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
But for now, we gotta watch SEC qualify for LAN.
Yes.
That is the most important thing right here. Or we can watch a monumental upset and watch Buffalo.
Either way, I think it's going to be a good game too.
Hey, it's a good game too, no matter what. History on the line here, potentially for Buffalo. To Pablo.
Getting active in this
He is
first
getting
engagement.
active here. Something we kind of didn't see too much in game number 1. It was really slow. It might have even been 10 minutes until the first kill came in for to Pablo in that top lane.
Yeah,
it was really
it did take
late.
a while, and I think the fact that you didn't really have a stable top lane slowed things down considerably for St. Clair, because you're getting just rinsed in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And you don't really have that extra progress being made in another part of the map, so definitely hindering St. Clair's progress. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, kind of more of the same from game number 1 is that Elvin Cypher is doing a really good job at holding off Maddie. And the bot lane, it's sort of a similar story again. I mean, it's still early, but it seems like University of Buffalo, they've definitely taken these early advantages in these initial engagements.
Yeah, it's just important that St. Clair can get enough CS, get a good route there from 1,000 paper stars onto Miracle right there.
What do you think that name is? What do you think the story behind that name?
I don't know. That's one of those names where it feels like user generated. No offense. He's 10 times better than me at this game. Probably at any game, but it does feel like a user generated name, no? Like you're like I don't know, Evan Johnson 98.
Wow.
Like
so just using the full Gubby in that tag, huh?
But your full Gubby was on the caster name too.
Well,
so
that's fair enough.
come on, like let's not get crazy here. Let's not get crazy. This mid lane fight. Yeah, it's not really a fight. It's just a
they're just poking away at each other.
A face check. There we go.
There you
That's
go.
the word I was looking for. Face check between Maddie and Cyber here. Kind of the same vibe as the first game, it feels like, which is not good for St. Clair.
And I think if you're St. Clair, you're really going to want to be careful about how you approach the first team fight. Because again, like we've been saying, we don't want to sound like we're repeating ourselves, but it didn't really go well in this first fight. It looks like Pablo is trying to get he's trying to get some action in the top lane, maybe trying to get in for this first kill for St. Clair. In the mid, we have same story, is that both champs poking away at each other. Maddie with a bit of a lead to start in terms of CS, is on a little bit of a level diff. He's doing a good job at scaling, but take a look at the other locations. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I think FaZe and Miracle, they understand what they need to do early game, right? It's to not give up too much into University at Buffalo's ADC.
That's a tough one, eh?
I know, it's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
There's a couple tough ones in here. 1,000 paper straws or stars.
Speaking of tough fight, this might be this first engagement we were looking for. Miracle and FaZe taking some early damage, but they're going to be able to find first blood. Miracle able to get things rolling. He's going to be the DPS.
I'm wondering.
For St. Clair thus far, Support be damned. He's still going to get that damage in.
He is going to, I believe that's, actually no, he got a couple kills near the end of that first game. I think so. I think he had 2. He definitely had 1. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, who knows? But kind of actually not really the best right there for St. Clair. I mean, obviously a kill is a kill, but for Miracle to get the gold there compared to
somebody like FaZe or to Pablo.
Yeah, not necessarily that. Just like when you're playing with the support in the ADC, you want your ADC to get built up, right? You want the gold to go into the ADC's pockets so that they can get stronger and stronger super quick, right? So for Miracle to take that kill is like, it's not the end of the world again. A kill is a kill. You'll take a kill. You'll take a University at Buffalo reset right there. But FaZe is definitely kind of wishing he got that one. It's Nocturne just playing his bottom jungle, and I think SEC are aware of this. Maddie Poking away in the mid here. It's going to get dove onto by Cyber. Some big damage coming out, but... Uh-oh. Maddie, don't get caught here. Don't get caught. You cannot get caught right there. A true 1v1 scenario right there. Good work from Maddie to not die there and lose that advantage.
Yeah, it's good positioning coming through from Maddie. And meanwhile, Alonso doing his job in the jungle. And that's going to be University of Buffalo going back to their old ways, prioritizing those objectives. I mean, again, oh my, this really getting aggressive here. Look at this 4-man split now. Down the bot lane, just completely overwhelming FaZe and Miracle. That's FaZe going down and a 4-man commit coming through. You do lose one, yes, but Buffalo, they're coming out with another big swing early.
Oh, hey.
That's
It's
Alonso.
a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, you got
it's
Alonso.
It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Alonso killing the top laner.
Yeah, Alonso.
So, hey, at least Alonso's still performing.
And you know what? That's actually good because Mbessa gets slowed down a little bit. I mean, so Pablo's doing a great job right now at out CSing, and the kill coming in for Alonso is only going to pay dividends later on for St. Clair. 2-for-1 in terms of kills right now, and game's going to slow down just a tiny bit, I believe. Miracle is going to have to make his way back down into the bot lane, but you got to be careful though. This Nocturne is roaming in this topside jungle for St. Clair. Oh, Miracle's going to stick with Maddie here in the mid, I think. Give a little bit of help. Oh no, don't walk into it, Miracle. Nocturne is praying in those bushes, in those woods, in that river.
Looks like St. Clair, don't they have some support potentially? I mean, it's hard for me to see the colors of the outline.
And then the pings coming
from
in
here.
as well.
Yeah, it's just
like a radar or a mini map miss.
That's why I can't watch the league, man. There's just this constant ping spam that happens. But hey,
the Engager's gonna come in.
The Nocturne is gonna make sure 1,000 Paper Stars doesn't fall here and keep FaZe and Miracle at bay. But you have 3 now, or sorry, that clone now for Buffalo, so they're gonna be able to sneak away down near this riverside. And
there are 3 actually.
Okay, there are 3. So I was
hidden
right.
by the scoreboard. Hidden by the scoreboard, they lurk.
Damn scoreboard.
Damn scoreboard. No, it was good there from St. Clair to not overextend into that lane, right? Into that jungle, like, I don't know what you call it, side path, I guess, and potentially lose a fight. FaZe already taken out once early on here.
Looks like St. Clair are gonna get grubs.
Yeah,
just like map like number 1. It's
game number 1.
Seems like history repeating itself, and just like last one, red side up early, but this time it's St. Clair.
Yeah, they haven't made a huge fumble like they did.
Not yet. I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been a much slower pace than last time. University of Buffalo, they're definitely not afraid to get aggressive and find these pokes. And it looks like they're maybe trying to chase a little bit here. FaZe and Miracle do fall back to the turret, so engagement going to stop, but FaZe very low HP.
So much poke. FaZe is gonna have
it just
back.
feels like FaZe has sort of been a non-factor in both of these series as far. I mean, you have Alonso who's doing good work, but in terms of the bot lane, Miracle has to do so much to support, and if FaZe isn't able to get juiced, then this is really going to be a problem, and that is FaZe falling as well, and Miracle now sort of in this 1v3 isolated, but
the tower
not going to be falling as that tower providing a lot of protection. University of Buffalo, though, they do steal away a kill, and still very much in this game.
So close right there to getting a kill. They are going to be able to back. I believe that's the, who was that? That was the...
Don't ask me.
I think that was the Nico. I think it was the Nico that backed. Yeah, it was. It was the Nico that backed. Support almost gets laid out by that bottom tower right there, and just feels like a little bit of back and forth. 1 kill goes away for SEC. Buffalo comes back and ganks FaZe underneath the tower. Feels like haven't really seen somebody making, I guess one team making a huge move to kind of turn the tide here, and I think that's what St. Clair wants. I think originally they, in that first game, they kind of maybe took their foot off the gas, I guess, or maybe weren't expecting University of Buffalo to be so aggressive. And that really hurt them in the end. Miracle waiting to pop over this rock, but it's not going to find it. Has to link back up with FaZe. FaZe has just been the lead really early on here. Oh no, the clone Miracle. That's okay. That's some good damage. That's some good damage. That's going to make University of Buffalo back up, rethink their strategy here. The health advantage is now in favor of St. Clair here in this bot lane, but they do have to be careful of this Nocturne. Meanwhile, Pablo is he's just cruising his way. Yeah, he's proxy, apparently. A great term that
I'm learning a lot today.
May or may not understand. A new Drake has spawned in, and St. Clair.
That's what I said when the last Drake album came out.
They're making their way over.
Oh,
no
look at
way.
This. Look at this.
First Drake of the night for St. Clair potentially.
Wow.
Write it down. Well, it's not secured yet. The Nocturne is close by. There is the ultimate.
I should be able to find it.
There you go. There you go. It is a team fight though. St. Clair, they have to be able to find this Nocturne. They do. It is Alonso finds one, but University of Buffalo responds with two of their own. Nico, Talia find two. Malphite though does find two. A triple for Alonso. Oh my goodness, that is a quad. A quadra for the Malphite for Alonso. He performed well in game number 1, and it carries over to game number 2.
Yeah, I think Alonso just may have single-handedly saved St. Clair from what would have been disaster, because I think University of Buffalo bit off a little bit more than they could chew there, and they were able to find a couple picks, but St. Clair, a huge quad from Alonso to make sure that things stay kosher. And that was definitely a little interesting. This Nocturne ult comes through, giving Buffalo a chance to really make a play, but they would not be deterred.
I think it was too late. I think the Nocturne ult came in just a tad too late. St. Clair had already taken the Drake and already started to back up, right? And to re-engage like that, St. Clair has to know that you're nearby. They are ready for that engage. And for Alonso to just pop off like that, a quad, a beautiful quad at that, just ran him down. Talk about walk him down Mundo. Who needs that, man? It's walk him down Malphite here in game number 2 for Alonso.
You were spitting.
I am,
man,
apparently.
I was just letting you go.
Apparently.
Right there, and
I just had to speak my mind. I thought the Nocturne
speak
ult
your
was a
truth,
little
King.
late
That's all I'm
in that
saying.
scenario.
But look at this. Looks like we might be getting into maybe maybe not. As they're gonna think twice about that engagement, but it's gonna be St. Clair now in an advantageous position for what seems to be the first time tonight. They've really had a chance to do some damage early, but some more grouping up happening in this bot lane.
I saw Malphite coming down. I was
gonna say, oh, it better be.
My God, that's Alonso's music
That's
again.
Alonso's music.
It's again. But decides to not engage here in the bot lane. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I think it's better to just leave FaZe and Miracle to their own devices here and figure out this lane for themselves. Meanwhile, he's sitting in the bush here, bottom river. Maddie's trying to potentially bait out Cyber here, and there it is. Alonso through the bush, able to potentially help out Maddie. Is going to find the kill. Actually, it is Maddie that's going to take the kill, but that's okay. That works out. It's completely fine. Alonso has had his fair share here in game number 2. It gives Maddie a little bit of extra gold. Helps out the long-term, team effort here for St. Clair. And this top lane, and Pablo taking a little bit of damage here. Has to be careful of this turret. I mean, there's all these minions. This could be a... Oh. Good move right there. Oh,
look at this, Alonso.
Oh my goodness.
My God. It is Alonso's music as he comes in from the top rope, and he's going to find the Ambessa. My goodness, to Pablo out of nowhere coming in to support, and they are going to survive in the top lane.
I think Alonso wants to go to Orlando. I think he wants to go.
I think he really
I
wants
think
to.
he wants to go. I'm not repeating that, but hey,
there might be a lot of them there.
There might be a lot.
And Disney World is there too. I think that's where he wants to go. He wants to go.
He's going to Disney World.
Well, you gotta win something.
You gotta win something.
You gotta win something to go to Disney
you
World.
win this. I mean, if you're there, why
True.
not?
Hey. No, you don't go to Disney World. You don't go to Disney World after winning a round of 16 game. That's a land champ. That's a land champ.
I would go.
Reward.
I would go.
You would go? Disney World's cool.
I mean, if you're there, yeah, why not? Why not let it
Go
fly?
to Star Wars World? Build a lightsaber or whatever? That'd be fun.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. They're
No
gonna
way.
want to take care of Baron, or not Baron, this is the Rip
Rip.
Baron.
Oh my goodness, godlike from Alonso.
Cannot stop this man.
Oh my goodness. Rip Herald is all his. Maddie, meanwhile, getting a little bit of support from Miracle. Cyber is going to go airborne here, and Maddie is going to finish off that Akali, and St. Clair now, they are playing with house money. They are running it down. The clone gets taken out. Alonso, look at him go head first into the action here. A little low, though. You can't get too greedy here if you're St. Clair. Had the potential to take down that tower. Not able to find it. Not enough creeps to help you out. And that's okay, though. It is what it is. So Pablo, you got to live this, though. You can't get too greedy here. And he is not. He's just going to back out as the rest of SEC backs and makes their way to different parts of the map here.
Making their way and surviving for some initial engagements. To Pablo, he's just grown so strong right now. I mean, he's doing everything he can right now for the St. Clair team, and it's paying off as they've been able to secure some objectives. They get the Rift Herald as well to make some progress, chip away at some more of these turrets from the University at Buffalo, and this is much more of what I was expecting when we were talking about this series. Seems like St. Clair, they're moving with a lot more confidence. I mean, when you have a guy who's juiced as much as Alonso is, you know, you're able to have that confidence, but just seems like it's a much more coordinated effort for map number 1. It didn't seem like everything was totally clicking on that first one, but maybe it was a bit of a long game now, as this Rift Herald going to come through for St. Clair, as both teams are trying to bait out an engagement. This Nocturne ult is going to come in for the University of Buffalo, and they are going to pounce on St. Clair, and Alonso is going to be able to pick up another one, a second as well, just absolutely frying through these members of the University of Buffalo. St. Clair standing tall, and they are really starting to play with fire now.
Another Quadra, an ace for Alonso. Talk about a legacy game when you need it most. 11, 0, and 3 for Alonso, and he's just going to take this Drake all on his lonesome. There is no need for a team to be nearby when you wipe the board. Alonso gonna back with confidence. Meanwhile, Pablo gonna take this mid turret. FaZe in the bot lane gonna take there first, and Saints, this is what we need to see, guys. This is what the St. Clair Saints look like at their peak against University of Buffalo right here. Just an overall great team fight. Alonso gets the kill onto the Nico. That denies any more support here in this fight, and from there on out, it's just walk him down, Alonso. That's all it is.
It's not even just him, it's walk him down Saints.
Yeah,
at this
that is
point.
true.
It's been a total group effort. And
look at him.
I mean, might as well lead the charge, young man. It's been a good night for you, as the University of Buffalo, they're sent reeling after this incredible assault. I mean, let's just give him all the kills at this point. I mean, Pablo's going to find one, but it's just complete and utter domination.
Look at him. Oh, man, I thought Pablo was going to take
You get 2 picks coming through on the side of you, Buffalo. Still down 10, but, I mean, you've given St. Clair a little bit too much firepower to play with. They have just grown so powerful so fast. And I think at this point, you're really just delaying the inevitable if you're you, Buffalo.
The key here is to not overextend so late into when this Baron is going to spawn. We see 50 seconds now for this Baron. I mean, the Saints, they will be back up for this fight, but it was really important that Alonso and Maddie didn't get caught out right there, because then you get, especially Alonso. If Alonso got caught by the whole team right there, that is your hard carry in this scenario out for the Baron fight. Good on St. Clair to not get too greedy, to understand what is happening here as we approach the 20-minute mark in game number 2. Buffalo, they're moving down into this lower jungle, this Drake area. Another Drake is going to spawn in about 3 minutes. Miracle waiting in the top river bushes, and FaZe is hanging out nearby. Oh, a potential spot here from Miracle. He's going to dive in. He's going to airborne 1,000 paper stars. I can't say that name like quickly. You have to like really
just call them paper stars.
Paper stars, that's true. Or call them like 1,000, whatever you want.
1K.
1K.
One band.
1K stars.
One band.
One band stars.
Maybe.
One band.
Whatever you want to say.
Well, whatever it is, it's not working out for him right now in game number 2. I mean, look at Alonso. He's just moving with confidence. He just doesn't even care.
I mean, when you're 12-0,
like, oh my goodness. It's just, heat checking all these bushes, just walking them down. He's gonna
send him in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna let Buffalo think that they have phase here, but Alonso gonna airborne this Nocturne. He has to get out of there. And the thing with this is Buffalo, oh my goodness, the root coming in.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Talia is going to find Miracle. It's going to make things a little awkward, but Pablo finds one onto the Nico. He's going to flash in, finds a second one onto the Talia. Now, University of Buffalo is reeling. They have to run, they have to hide, but you cannot hide from Pablo. Finds the kill onto the Nocturne. The triple is found, and Remy has to just run, or Remy, sorry, has to run and get out of there. Saints, 23-10, and now with Baron here, feels like a reverse of game number 1.
Yeah, this series definitely going to map number 3, barring an absolute miracle from the University at Buffalo. I mean, similar to how Alonso was moving, as he's trying to, you know, just be that cavalry, you know, charge to Pablo just coming in from out of nowhere and providing support. It looks like Buffalo were initially maybe going to win that engagement, you know, taking that first pick and escaping with their lives, but like you said, you just cannot hide from the St. Clair team once they start rolling. We're going to take another look at how this goes down, and like we were saying, it looks like Buffalo initially had success in this engagement. You're able to find one pick, but you're not able to escape.
Right there, right there. As soon as University of Buffalo disengaged, you could tell the communication was on the side of St. Clair. They just said, hey, to Pablo, just come on in. Have a great time. They're all weak. You have the dash. Find a kill. You can flash in, find the double, and from there you just need one stun, one root, and you are going to be able to find it. The stun finds the third, and unable to just get that fourth. But that's all right. That's all right. Underneath the tower, you can't ask for everything. You can't be too greedy. I mean, that's what? A quadra, an ace on the side of Pablo, and a triple on the side of... Or, sorry, a quadra and an ace on the side of Alonso, and a triple on the side of Pablo. So, everyone here has been eating for the Saints. Buffalo moving down towards this straight here. Another blue turret has been destroyed, but look at Alonso. He's just front-lining everything. The roots and the stuns, though, they're going to come in, but it does not matter. Alonso finds one. Maddie with another. It's just everyone's eating here. Everyone is eating. Pablo finds one, and FaZe finds one as well. Saints look to lock up game number 2.
Yeah, just absolutely mowing down everything in blue. But, it's Cyber. He's going to stay alive, hiding in the bushes, but is he going to be able to channel out? I don't think... Yeah, there's no way Miracle's able to stop that, but...
That's fine.
It's only going to be limited line of defense here. We have St. Clair. They're already pushing into the Nexus. We're going to take out these inhibitors. They're not going to extend too far. Statement has been made. Going to have to reposition, make sure everyone comes back. You need Miracle to come back into this fight.
Yeah, I think the timers are going to reset here for Buffalo, so they are going to be at full force. You can't just brush off an enemy like that, right? You can't just force your way into a Nexus. I mean, you are super strong, without a doubt. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that, right?
Yeah.
You are strong, but you don't want to just give away something for free. I mean, you're going to take this Drake. Great objective for St. Clair. Well-rounded effort right there. Everyone's staying nearby just in case. Miracle has to be careful here. It's just multiple members of University at Buffalo nearby, and support not necessarily right next to him. Well, I say that, and they are actually getting close by. Maddie's moving at a good pace here. The Nocturne ult is going to come in. FaZe up to his lonesome though. Miracle gonna find the airborne onto Remy. Does find the kill. FaZe is eating up now. A double for FaZe in the top lane. St. Clair, I mean, at this point, Pablo's unstoppable.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. We are going to a third game, I think. It's pretty confident to say right here. I mean, jeez, look at that. She towers insta-baked, moving as a unit, split pushing Pablo in the mid. All things are aligning here for a third game between SEC and University at Buffalo. I mean, now maybe you get a little greedy. Now maybe you kind of understand, kind of have the advantage. Everyone's kind of getting one-tapped on the side of Buffalo. It's time to push this Nexus, and it's time to do it now.
Yeah, it's gonna come through now. I think you've already committed to this push, and you have guys that are just dominating, and it's just so easy pickings for the St. Clair team. These Buffalo players just getting shredded like paper in their own base. And St. Clair, a shaky start on game 1, but a dominant finish on game 2. And we need a third game to decide who's punching their ticket to Orlando. This series is going the distance.
Entertaining. All
Not
the
even
way
phased.
Not
Our
even
league team.
phased.
Not even
Well, they
phased.
know, but they know. This is what we talked about right before game 2 started. Just because you win this game does not mean you've secured your ticket to Orlando.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? You know that you lost that first game. Anything can happen against these guys. Seeding does not matter. Skill level, rank does not matter. It all matters here in the Rift in game number 3. They understand what is at stake here. And you can be excited, you can be happy, but job's not finished.
Job is not
Job
finished.
is not finished.
Job is not finished. But I think, if anything, this sort of rights the ship after a very lackluster game.
Yeah.
Number one, it gets that confidence back in the room, right? Of you know exactly what you need to do. You know what your team is capable of. If you're St. Clair, you know how you like to play. And yeah, sure, you drop a little bit of a dud in game number 1, but you come back with a resounding victory in game 2. And I think if you can sort of tap into that on the third game, just get a little bit of that energy and just let Alonso continue to just fry, you should have no problem.
You should have no problem. And you and I, let's just be real. We don't watch SEC League that often.
No.
Let's just keep it real.
That's true.
That was one of the best performances I've seen from them.
Yeah, in a bit.
Definitely this semester. Definitely this semester. I mean, just in general, that was one of the better performances we've seen. And Alonso had a great game. To Pablo started a little slow, but finished strong. I mean, a great push at the end right there to secure game number 2, ties it up on 1. And now if you're Buffalo, you might have missed your window. I'm not going to lie.
I think the window definitely missed. But again, like you said, job is not finished.
No.
And like we said, we still have one more map on the way. Game 3 will be coming up very, very soon. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll break down that matchup a little bit. We'll get into draft for game number 3. And we'll see who is going to punch their ticket to the Orlando Land. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back soon.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in-game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight. Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's cap. Teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis. Not really secret, but I play card games.
I like to DJ on the side.
Eating.
Queuing up Pokemon Showdown.
My secret hobby is collecting Pokemon cards.
I like fitness.
Collecting Labubus.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on?
How
was map 1?
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm in peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed.
Favor, no more than calamity, though.
to this ball, guiding it down, maybe even get one for the road.
Our own standards here in this overtime period because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he's got to keep you over. He avoids the ego. Bob Waena, no flash, no problem. Safe, Clair. Horse back already so low. Reddick's taking down two, taking down one. Immediately, this should be all she wrote. Soaks with one on the icy. Stand until the whole squad.
First gamer tag. In like 2008, I had the gamer tag Apple I-50.
McBender 91.
Alonso. Oh, it's a terrible gamer tag. Dan2 Rock 4.
God Rupert. C9 Frosty. I wasn't on C9.
Sock my sock. Like the Pokemon, not like I don't know. Yeah.
Electro knives. Oof, oof. 2 Z's, by the way. Oof. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was like either Mega Jack or Super Jack and then some numbers when I was like 6 years old on Minecraft.
That's absolutely horrible.
What I'm most looking forward to is to see like all the boys make it. Div 1 LAN.
I think it's just a win. Like, our team has been going through a lot of changes. I want to see how far we can push it and see if we can finish third or get like a podium.
Looking forward to competing with tough opponents and having a good time with my team.
I really want to break that top 5, top 4 threshold.
Winning Seal.
I'm looking for revenge on CCL.
Getting top 4?
To be honest, nothing. I don't really have anything to look forward to. Next semester is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to win CCL. We only lost that one, so.
What's up, guys? We're here with members of the Overwatch team for a Pokemon Roulette Wheel Challenge. On the wheel, we have different characteristics of Pokemon that they have to hunt down in the open world. The catch is, all the Pokemon that they have to find have been randomized, and they have to catch a Pokemon with that attribute. First one to get 3 is going to win the challenge.
Yay! Yay! W Pokemon! Are you excited for Gen 10, guys?
Yes.
Oh my
Pokemon
god.
Wind and Waves?
Wait, you can't leak that. You're not allowed to leak
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
But we're gonna get canceled by Pokemon.
MP.
Yeah, no, this map is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Water man.
Yo, Chris God, what the hell are you doing, bro? We got a match, bro. You're late.
Yo. I gotta go.
Yo, log in,
Yo,
bro.
I gotta go. Now I'm good.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps and VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Toronto Defiant before they blew up.
Probably FaZe.
Gen G.
Cloud9.
100 Thieves, probably.
Dildux.
TSN.
It's gotta be Optic.
G2.
Face.
Optic.
Elena Rain. Favorite pro player? Lethal.
I'm gonna go Faker.
Faker, I guess.
Can he be retired?
Yeah.
Scump.
I'll say Scump.
Shotzi.
Fury.
Salu.
Carrier.
Perks.
Myself, I'm tier 1. Pokemon or Minecraft?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Minecraft.
Bioshock.
Probably Devil May Cry series.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Clash Royale.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money.
Welcome back, guys. What you looking at, bro?
Hey.
You're looking at the Soccer Fest merch.
Yeah,
so
the
I
Soccer
understand-
Fest
I
merch is
understand,
sitting right
you
there.
know.
I got it on here, man.
But we already did that bit, so we can't do it again.
Yeah, we can't plug it
So,
again.
sorry if you missed it earlier. I mean,
You, like, missed
it wasn't that funny, but oh yeah, good.
There.
That's good show right there.
Much better.
For
Much
sure.
better. Well, hey, an exciting game too, nonetheless.
Yeah.
We're here for game number 3. I mean, no matter what, this is the end of the road for one of these teams, so have to.
Hopefully it's good for us and not
so good for
not
University
so
of
good
Buffalo.
for University of Buffalo, but
I think the Saints after that second game are feeling quite confident. I don't see why you wouldn't be. I mean, that was like we said, one of the best performances we've seen on stream all semester, and I don't see why you don't carry that momentum into game number 2. it felt like the difference between game 1 to 2 was like it felt like Buffalo maybe like got away with game number 1, whereas the Saints really dominated in game number 2. So I think for Buffalo to carry that into game number 2 from 1, a little bit more difficult in this case. And the Saints have been here before; they know what it takes to qualify for the LAN. And I think you know, it's.
Alonso just really wants to go to Disney World, man. Oh,
He waved to the camera.
that's good.
He waved to the camera. So I think they're excited. I think they are, you know,
Well, you know that
ready to roll here.
you're back to square one right now, and I think that added pressure of having, you know, this winner-take-all game coming off of a, you know, game 2 where you just completely dominated, I think is going to be feeling good if you're St. Clair. And I mean, on the side of Buffalo, like you said, maybe you get away with the first one and you're not able to find your way back into the series. And I mean, if you get off to another slow start, you know, this series could definitely be over. This third game definitely could be over before it really gets going. But really critical that you get that off to a hot start once we get rolling here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure draft will come up pretty soon. And again, another crucial part that the Saints have been working on throughout this semester, their drafting strategy. And I felt like draft number 2 definitely was better for St. Clair. And there we go. I speak, and it shall happen.
Mm-hmm.
We begin our draft for game number 3. St. Clair going to ban out the Sona immediately. Not too surprising.
Man, they just do not want.
They do not want
Miracle to
on
play
that
on that bar. They just do not want that to happen. I mean, I don't blame them.
No, I mean,
I don't
Miracle's
blame
Bard
them at
is feared. I mean, clearly something you're not going to want to mess around with.
No.
Exactly. You don't want to mess around with here, especially in game number 3 when it's do or die. Talking through it, they understand what's happening, what's going on, the strengths and weaknesses between game number 1 and game number 2, what kind of playstyle they want to go through, and yeah,
well,
there's the Zaheen again. I think the bans are like pretty standard.
Yeah, I think I don't think we're really gonna sway too far from what we've seen previously, and it's not like you can ban out any of these characters we saw in the last one because again, it's fearless format. So once you use a character, that's it for the whole series. So not going to be seeing any of those characters again, but similar bans again. Another support ban, more targeted to Miracle in that bot lane in this case with, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore.
Bring it back.
Huh?
The Nautilus?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nautilus ban towards Miracle. Yeah, I mean, it just denies him another strong champ that he's accustomed to, right? That he's known to play. And I mean, St. Clair, they're not gonna worry about anything. I mean, they clearly know something about this Buffalo team to ban out Silas, Sona, and Zaheen once again. I mean, 3 games in a row. You're really just maybe potentially denying a one trick or a broken combo or a specific broken champ that they don't like to play against. But I mean, time will tell here. I think the picks are more interesting than the bans in this case.
I'd have to agree. And again, same story from the last 2 games, and now we can really get to see who the champs are for this third game. Now the 3 bans have come through. We can get our first couple picks. Should be St. Clair with this first pick coming in very, very soon.
I think, yeah, the first. What do you want to do here? Do you want to support Alonso? Do you want to support
he has the hot
Pablo?
hand. He's got the hot hand right now.
There's the Ashe. I mean, that's typically an ADC, if I'm not mistaken. So that's looking.
You are correct.
Yeah, it's typically an ADC. So it's looking towards FaZe. I mean, could be worthwhile. I think FaZe was kind of heating up near the end of that game right there. I mean, it was a little out of hand. So obviously, once you start snowballing, it's tough to come back from that. I'm wondering if you can potentially play Ashe somewhere else, but I didn't really see it anywhere else. So, you know, I think it's kind of guaranteed to be in that
in that ADC position
in that ADC
for FaZe.
position. So Oh, Maddie's shocked. Did you see that face? That was a true Maddie shocked face. I don't know if that was like a fake shock or like genuinely surprised at what was going on in this draft, but Buffalo
Respond with an ADC of their own.
Yeah, I mean, the Severe coming in for the side of Buffalo. So look at this. They're getting hyped up. You seeing this? Miracle's clapping.
I think they know that. I know it's still pretty early, but I mean, Matt is yawning right now. I mean, he's not phased by anything that's happening
crazy.
right now.
That's crazy. Miracle was clapping and getting excited, and Maddie is yawning here. The Lulu coming in. If I'm not mistaken, that's a little bit more of a support champ. Jarvan on the side of SEC.
Wasn't Jarvan banned out in one of the
Yeah, he was
early
banned out in
rounds?
game number 1.
Yeah.
He was banned out in game number 1. It's typically more of a jungle champ. So hopefully
we know it's gonna be taking that.
Yeah, if that does wind up being
To Pablo's pick, that's gonna be pretty.
Pick. I can look around here, see if Jarvan's played somewhere else, but I think it's typically in the jungle spot. I'm not seeing it anywhere else. Yeah.
No.
So it looks like Alonzo, is gonna take the Jarvan. Well, back.
Here
once
we are.
again. I mean, they're just talking it through, right? The Alistar pick. Definitely for Miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, surely.
Another character we have seen him on,
Yes.
so something still comfortable. You ban around him a little bit, but again, like we said earlier, this champ pool, this bag work is pretty deep if you're Miracle, so there's not really any way you can really stop him. I mean, I guess in game number 1 you did slow him down a little bit, but I think there's a lot more into that than just Miracle having a bad game. I think that was a symptom of a much greater problem.
Yeah, in game number
for
1,
St. Clair.
Yeah, in game number 1, it looked like just different levels of maybe miscommunication or kind of understanding how University of Buffalo was playing. Xin Zhao comes in.
That's gonna be, I believe that's gonna be the jungler for.
Yeah, I think so too.
For University of Buffalo.
Yep. So very similar picks, right? You got a support, you got an ADC, and you got your jungler. I think that leaves the door open for the Yorick ban coming in for University of Buffalo.
So that would deny potential top laner for Pablo.
Yeah, and the Ari ban. I mean, it looks like St. Clair is literally just
Repeating,
running it back.
yeah.
There's no difference. Potentially the Yorick trying to slow down Pablo after he kind of heated up there in the last 10 minutes of that game, last little bit of that game, and really found his stride. A couple more bans for both. A couple more bans for both sides, and eventually we'll be getting into game number 3 here. I mean, this has been an exciting series. I think you kind of have a little bit of everything, right? You get a little bit of an upset alert after game 1. You think, oh boy, Saints are reeling. Then they come back and storm away with a win in game number 2. It's only fitting that it comes down to a game number 3 for a qualifier onto land, right?
And you wouldn't want it any other way. You know,
No.
a little bit of drama
A little
coming
bit of
in
drama.
for some Tuesday night league. It couldn't go any other way. It's the final ban coming through, I believe.
Darius.
Darius.
The Darius. So Buffalo's had 3 of the same bans to start, and then have
And then they
varied
pulled
it up
something else.
a little different to finish off. Oh, an interesting, an Aurora ban for SCC. Okay, a little different. They don't care what I say. Doesn't matter. They just do whatever they feel like. They
march to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah,
you could
exactly.
say.
What do we know? We're just here for the ride. We're just here to enjoy ourselves, and hopefully watch SCC qualify to Orlando here. Should be the final picks coming in. Yep, from both sides here. The Ornn potentially coming in for University of Buffalo. That should be their top laner.
Yeah.
That should be their top laner. I think that's a good pick, depending on where Pablo winds up. I'm wondering. I'm gonna make a prediction here. I don't know necessarily what Pablo is extremely comfortable with in that top lane.
What if he picks into the Cho'Gath?
That would be interesting. I would be
There's
into
a
that.
non-zero chance.
Non-zero chance.
It's a non-zero chance of it
I think
happening.
Potentially a Scion. I think Scion's pretty
Yeah.
strong. I would love to see a Mordekaiser, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The top laner in me. Mel. Interesting. A Mel pick for Maddie in mid. That is a great pick, I think. For SEC. Mel has that reflective shield that I know was a pretty big deal when she first released. Still pretty good champ overall. I mean, I haven't played much of League recently, but I
was
do.
gonna say. I was gonna say, what was the last time?
Well, it was
you
only a
dived
couple
in?
weeks ago. It was only a couple weeks ago, and I did play a couple ARAM games, and I do
there.
remember Prod was using, I believe, Mel on one of our ARAM games and dominated. So
And there's your Tapablo pick with Cassante.
Cassante. I think that's a reasonable pick.
I agree.
We've seen Tapablo on the Cassante here and there, and the Vel'Koz. Oh no, the
Vigar.
Prod is just
Vagar?
Vigar. That's how I say it. Vigar. Prod's just going through all the champs that I potentially would play. Vigar, Mordekaiser. The Gragas is gonna pop up for a second. I'm just gonna be like, oh, guys, the Gragas. Gragas in the jungle, but the Xin Zhao's in the jungle. It's not gonna happen. The Vigar mid actually is wow. Oh my god, we are gonna see Vigar. I actually know Vigar's abilities,
there you go.
And
You're ready.
Now I don't know the names of them, but I know what they do.
Okay, well
Vigar
that's something.
To
That
me,
is something.
I think Vigar's strongest ability is I don't know what key it would be, but he basically puts down a cage, right?
Yeah.
And you're forced in this cage to have to move around. You either stand still in the cage and take a bunch of damage from enemies hitting you, or you move around, and if you hit the wall of the cage, you get stunned. So it's it's just like if you can get into a position to deny or to trap an enemy on the way out of a fight, it's a huge advantage creator in this scenario. So I think that's an interesting pick. I don't really know if I've ever seen a Vigar on any of these.
Hey,
Saints
always
streams.
time for something new.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If your back is against the wall, if you're University of Buffalo, why not? If you got to pull out all the stops here to try and take this win over St. Clair, and maybe that throws them off their guard a little bit.
It's possible, but I think with the way St. Clair is sort of putting stock into this match, I don't really think so. I can't see them getting complacent in this third game, and they shouldn't, because you've worked so hard to get to this point. You dominate game 2, just to fight for a chance to continue this series. So I don't think you fight all this way just to lose right at the very end. Or I think if it did happen, that would be incredibly unfortunate for us. But again, we'll just have to wait and see once we get in. I know there's going to be a little bit of a delay, obviously, because we gotta let the stream, catch up a little bit, or the game, whatever way you want to say, So I think already they're probably in game right now. We're just waiting to catch up and see where they're at. But I'm hoping they come into this one with some fervor, some spirit. I do think St. Clair is still going to come out on top regardless. But again, I just would like to see just a dominating performance to start this one.
Yeah, I think the way that they played in game number 2 really benefited them. They didn't get too greedy like they tried to in game number 1. They didn't try and force something early and really try and I guess you could say out mechanic them. I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is,
works,
but use your mechanics to outduel your opponents early on in the game. Instead, you let the game come to you. You build up your levels, you build up your gold, your items, and eventually you'll realize that
here we go.
Here we are. You'll realize that you are in the advantageous position. St. Clair on the blue side this time.
Hey, I mean, both teams that have lost have been on the blue side, so hopefully that's not a recipe for disaster. But it all comes down to this: if you're both of these teams, the winner goes to Orlando. The loser has to stay home. I guess you can't really be sent home if you're just playing at home this time. So we're gonna see who earns their chance, and St. Clair, they're hoping to get on the other side of it.
Not much to really talk about in the early
Yeah,
game.
I know. It's like
you kind of just
always
have to let it go out.
I was gonna say, you always feel like there's something you really need to say in the mid or the beginning part of the game, but it's kind of a big nothing burger, really. It's just both teams just sort of poking away at each other and farming up some gold early. But yeah. How's your night been going?
I mean, it's going pretty good, man. This this is genuinely a good series to watch.
Yeah.
I can't really complain with the performance here. It's not like it's been 2 boring games. I mean, last game was just like action packed. It felt like every fight really felt like St. Clair was just packing a punch, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, should be an entertaining game number 3 here as we just kind of go through the motions in the first couple of minutes. So Pablo, if he can play like he did in game number 2, man, should be kind of all locked up.
And Alonso as well. I think those are the 2 guys you're really looking to make an impact in this game, and it's all going to be for the greater good. If you're St. Clair, you need a full team effort to get to the other side of it. I think it was good that St. Clair, you know, they were able to, it's not just like, you know, you have Alonso to Pablo, you know, being able to just rotate and find, you find ganks, or you just find ways to support your other teammates, you know, because that was, I think, one of the biggest things that Buffalo was able to, you know, to exploit against St. Clair game number 1 was their ganks were so strong, and St. Clair, outside of Alonso, you didn't really have anybody who was able to come and support when you're just getting walked down like you were in game number 1, but that clearly changed in game number 2, and the mentality shifted to make St. Clair prioritize his team play.
Yeah, I felt like in that game number 1, right, the Gwen was really all over the place, that jungler, and in this case it would be the Xin Zhao. They're really, in game number 2, they did not find any value in those ganks, right? St. Clair was all over. They understood the rotations. They understood how he liked to play. In this case, about to hit the, yeah, we crossed the 3-minute mark now, and nothing too crazy has happened. Miracle making his way up to the top river here, and Maddie's just doing his...
He's just emoting
He's just emoting, just trying to stall and let the health of the minions go down. Miracle, I'm wondering what this play is. Maybe if, you know, you and I kind of understood League a little bit more. Could this be what Broad was referring to us as a proxy? I don't know. I think they might just be trying to catch the Xin Zhao off guard here. It is happening in that top lane. They are meeting each other.
We hope this doesn't come back to bite St. Clair, because
because
of this play, you know, you do sort of leave bot lane a little bit exposed, but this gank is going to come through. But Buffalo trying their best to retreat and use this turret for cover, and
really awkward.
St. Clair, they're putting them in a bit of an awkward position now, but I don't think they're in striking range to Pablo. Not optimal HP for this potential engagement, so...
Does have Lonzo nearby.
You do
Worst
have
case scenario.
in support, yeah, but I still don't think Pablo is going to really try and fight this here. At least I would expect that, as FaZe doing his best to hold his own. Miracle going to have to do his best to come back, and he does do just that.
Kind of rhymed a little bit right there, buddy.
Unintentional. Intentional. Happy accident, I guess. But
that's where we are.
That's
where we are
right
at this
now.
point.
It's just all happening right now, and I think whatever happens, happens.
We're here for the ride, man.
Just here for the ride.
We're here for the ride. We're here to qualify one team to Orlando. I mean, early game league I feel like is more important if you, well, no, that's not true. It's more, you can break it down a little bit more if you didn't have us on the desk. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're just the worst people to have for this, because our analysis is so surface level. I mean, like, we're trying our best, but we just don't know the game at that level, unfortunately.
Right.
When you have a game that's so deep and it's been around for so long, and you have such a deep champion pool, and the meta is, you know, it changes so often, and you know, the strategies are so like baked into the very identity of how you play. It can be hard for an outsider to come in and really give some analysis, but I think what I can tell you is that it has been an exciting series.
I mean, yeah. There is no doubt about that. A lot of action here in this bottom jungle. First Drake.
No first blood. We're at the 6-minute mark, and no one has fallen yet.
I think it's one of those things, right? You don't want to be the one to make the first mistake. You don't want to be the one to give that team the advantage here in game number 3. First Drake is up. St. Clair, though, they're gonna back. They have a lot of space here in that bottom lane. So Pablo is pressing his luck against Orin here. Remy. Or Remy? What have you been saying tonight?
I'm saying Remy,
Remy?
I think. Like the rat from Ratatouille.
I have a friend with a nickname Remy, so like and that's like almost how you would.
Well, if for some reason I've been saying it wrong, I apologize.
Hey.
Not intentional.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I do like this though from
though.
St. Clair.
This
Alonso.
could be this first blood for St. Clair. Oh, with a Zinzao.
Boxing him out.
Boxing him out, setting the screen.
There's that Vigar wall.
Send the pick, and look at this. This team fight is going to come through.
Alonso.
St. Clair going to find first blood. It's going to be Maddie to find it, and St. Clair, they're going to do their best to get out of dodge. University at Buffalo, send reeling. St. Clair strike first, and I think they might be able to find more, but like you said, you don't want to get too greedy and make a mistake early to set yourself up for failure. But Pablo, he's not afraid to get up in there, and ooh, he's gonna flash out, thank goodness, because that could have been disastrous for St. Clair if Pablo falls there.
I really like that flash. I mean,
smart play.
Me, as my iron self would say, I would not have the hindsight to do that. I would have used my flash a minute ago.
Because you would have panicked.
I would have panicked.
You saw
and
3
used
guys
it.
around
yeah,
you.
I would just been like, get out of there, get out of there. Alonso though, or to Pablo. Oh no, that was to Pablo.
Oh, it's to Pablo.
That was to Pablo. Has the hindsight to escape the Vigar wall, which we had mentioned pre-game. That stun is ever so powerful. Honestly, if he doesn't flash there, he dies. He dies.
He's cooked.
Not only because he hits the stun, but then the Orin ult came in as well and stunned him there. So double stun, 2 guys around him, just would have been over, man. It would have been over. It's game over, man. It's game over.
Well, don't get your jackets on yet, guys,
Oh,
because
there
this
we
one
go.
is not yet done. Maddie, he's making a statement to start. First 2 picks going the way of the St. Clair mid laner. That's a good start to have somebody else besides Alonso and Pablo start to fry. And already the CS difference for Maddie starting to creep up there. So Saint's starting to gain a little bit more powerful. This gold lead also starting to get a little bit longer as well. But still, playing it very, very slow in this game 3. I do appreciate that while St. Clair, they're pressing when they need to, but at the same time, they're not getting too greedy. They're waiting for these moments to come to them. They're playing very smart and calculated, and that's a perfect recipe for success.
They're not overextending. That is the key. They just need to understand where Buffalo is pressuring, when they're pressuring. Maddie, I think Maddie is feeling a little bit more comfortable on this Mel. It feels like
the
range.
You just tell.
And yeah, like we haven't really seen this out of him in this series, right? Starting off this strong. I mean, he's like, look at the CS difference. It's a 30 CS difference, 2 kill difference.
St. Clair ahead in every category, it looks like. I mean, the only one that's close right now is your ADC. Every other category, St. Clair firmly in the lead. And yes, FaZe, you know, he might be able to get a little bit more juiced, but still got a lot of time in this game to make it happen.
Here's the thing with Vigar. I love Vigar, but I think Vigar at this level of play is basically useless.
Wow, okay.
Here's the thing. I was excited about the pick, but Vigar's abilities have either a wide range like the wall, as we see Pablo's trying to get a little greedy underneath this tower. He's going to get out just a little bit. Get back to my point in a second here when this fight kind of cools off. But the Vigar wall is good in a team fight scenario. But in a 1v1 scenario, it doesn't really do anything. And he has another ability that charges up for quite a long time. It's very easily dodgeable, especially in high ranks and high, I guess, if you want to say elo, I guess you could say elo.
I guess it is elo,
high elo players, these high skill players, they understand when their opponent are going to use their abilities. It's easy to escape.
I smell a gank, Hayden.
Yep, I do too. As soon as this creep goes down.
What's coming? There it is.
Underneath that tower, and all he can do is watch. A
Get
stun
that
does
quick,
come
though.
in. Maddie is going to find the kill. Comes up to support, but he's going to get taken out. He is stuck in this wall. That is a double for University at Buffalo. Pardon me, as Maddie gets taken down. The shutdown onto Maddie, and now tide's kind of swinging in favor of Buffalo here. Good fight for them. They're able to take some space, find some CS to bring this back to a little bit closer than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think if you're St. Clair there, I mean, I like the play call. I think you had a good opportunity to make something happen, but I don't think you expected the reinforcements to come in as quickly as they did for the University of Buffalo there. I think that really sort of turns the tide there, and they're definitely proving that they still have a shot in this game. Yes, St. Clair's still up in terms of gold and CS for the most part, but University of Buffalo still doing their best. It's Pablo going to try and re-engage with Remy. Just going to go past and take care of this creep. It's more gold for St. Clair. And meanwhile, while all that was happening, Buffalo does take first Drake, which again, we saw them really exploit in this first matchup, and now Rubs are up as well, so St. Clair want to try and get some more headway into this game. They're going to try and prioritize this next objective.
A good understanding that this Lulu is going to come down and try and support this Vigar. Miracle is trying to buy some time for Alonso into Pablo to make their move. They're a little bit of damage though. The Zinzao does jump in. The Ornn ult is going to send Alonso airborne into Pablo, having to battle on his own. Matty does find one onto the Vigar, and now Alonso finds one onto Paper Stars, into Pablo with one as well. If somebody on St. Clair is going to eat, all of them are going to eat. Here comes the root. Here comes the stun. Matty gets one onto Remy. Still going to say both. I don't know.
Well,
meanwhile, in the bot lane, FaZe is just doing his work.
Well, like you said, everybody on St. Clair needs to eat because they're all hungry to go to LAN, and that's a good way to get things rolling back in your favor after University of Buffalo maybe steal a couple kills away off of an attempt to gank. And now, because of the space that FaZe is able to create, St. Clair should be able to find this first turret.
Yeah, I think first turret. Yep. Gonna find its way down into the bot lane. FaZe and Miracle. I think Miracle's done a really good job in this game of leaving FaZe on his own, understanding what his limits are, and really helping the team in other ways, right? Typically you see your support just sticking with that ADC for a little while, but Miracle, he's been a part of these team fights early on here, and I think it's really helped out St. Clair. He's just waiting for his prey to walk by and find some sort of value here.
Let's see when Miracles start cooking. It gets really scary, really fast if you're trying to face St. Clair. And speaking of scary, is that these St. Clair champs are starting to get a little powerful when you look across the board, and this gold difference starting to really, it's putting St. Clair into a different tax bracket almost at this point because of how much they're able to really get ahead. And right now it seems like you've been waiting for something to happen. I think St. Clair are almost in a position where they can really start to turn up this pace here. We're almost at the 15-minute mark. I mean, you're kind of looking ahead. You know, you're looking ahead to the Rift Herald. You got Baron potentially on the horizon as well. So St. Clair definitely in a prime position to win those team fights if they need to. Just have to make sure you stay the course. Don't get too greedy. Just do what you need to do to make sure you get it done.
Yeah, again, search upon this Vigar pick. Matty has really been unscathed here in this mid lane from the Vigar. It's just being outranged and not really able to do much. Gonna have to try and channel back. Miracle though, look at this. He's just all over the place. He's all over the Rift tonight. Understands where this Zinzao is.
Does he know?
I think he does. I think he does know. He's gonna hit the airborne. Punch him back to the top of the river.
He's got shooters. He's got support.
He does have support. This Zinzao caught out. And Alonso and Matty help him out enough. The wall comes up from the Vigar, and abilities are going off all over. It's Alonso and Matty once again. Feels like it's just been them all over the kill feed here, and FaZe is going to find one of his own, and all this Ornn can do is try and get underneath this tower and save himself. It's not going to matter. The ace comes in for Matty. St. Clair, a prime position here to take not only this Drake, but to really take some big momentum here in game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do here. I mean, Drake's basically for free, and you can get the Rift Herald as well. So that's 2 objectives going the way of St. Clair. These timers still not fully up yet. for Buffalo. I mean, you still have 10 seconds before your top laner is back, and if you're Pablo, now's the time to really start to fry and farm. You do get Drake as well, another turret going down. That's going to be Matty getting another one. He's had a really good performance in this third game. It's been a little bit quiet for him thus far, but the wait has been worth it for your St. Clair mid laner because Matty has arrived and he is dominating right now.
I mean, if there's any time to do it, it's here in game number 3, right? You have no other chance but now to show out. Feels like Buffalo at this point, I mean, I don't want to call anything too early, but it really looks like they've kind of run out of gas.
Yeah, I think your best chance to get a leg up in this series was game number 2, when you sort of had that momentum you gained at the end of number 1. You win a team fight early, you're fighting close, but you just can't slow down guys like Pablo and Alonso. And now that you have Matty getting involved and joining in, it's so hard once you get the Saints team firing on all cylinders. Pablo 2 full levels above Remy right now, and Miracle coming in to make sure this goes through. The rest of the team as well. Why not a 4-man gank against this poor top laner for the University of Buffalo? You want to make sure that kill goes through, and if you're St. Clair, there's not much you can't do right now.
All that does, and look, and they're TPing. They're TPing to mid. Matty's TPing to mid to try and help this turret not go down. But all that really does for St. Clair is clear out that space, right? You have this topside jungle. You can take Rift Herald if you feel like it. It's like the Lulu. Oh no, I thought the Lulu was gonna back, but yeah, they are going to. Matty's just gonna push the advantage here. Top lane, Miracle genuinely looks like he's talking to the team. He's like stopping in the middle of like these lanes.
IGLing.
Yeah, he's literally just like, hey, let's go. Let's just figure out, where we're trying to pressure, where they could be. I mean, University of Buffalo, they do have 2 members in this bot lane, but they have other issues right here. And St. Clair, they're going to sneak away with the Rift Herald. That's a huge objective for them, crossing the 18-minute mark. And oh my goodness. Pablo just finds a double in the bottom lane. He just does not care.
He doesn't care. He's moving with authority right now, and FaZe putting a lot of pressure on this last top lane turret. And Miracle in support as well, like you said, just sort of all over the Rift right now. Saints able to do so much with the space they've created, and at this point now, depending on which turret you want to target, you can just send the Rift Herald out to get that space created for you. There is the Rift Herald. Looks like it's going to be centered around this last mid turret as FaZe and Miracle take care of this final turret up in the top lane. So a lot of options now for St. Clair with where you want to send your attack, and for Buffalo it's getting pretty dire. I mean, you finally find your first turret, but at this point in the game this late, I don't really think that's going to matter all that much.
No, I mean, St. Clair, you gotta feel pretty confident here. You don't. It's something we always talk about with this team, right? It's where is that confidence level? How do you feel? Are you feeling overconfident? What's the vibe going into the game? I mean, at this point, 15
Vibe's gotta be pretty high.
The vibes have to be pretty high. 10K gold advantage, and not only that, like, yes, the difference in gold and the difference in kills is there, but you are clearly playing better just as a team overall.
Yeah.
Here in game number 3, compared to look at game number 1, it felt like the Saints were just separated at every turn, right? Miracle has just been nearby almost every team fight he's been involved in. Baron is going to come up. Saints have an opportunity here to put this one away without really thinking about it twice.
Yeah, I think this one definitely is going to be wrapped fairly soon. Especially, like you said, if you get Baron, I mean, that's basically over at this point. I mean, more so than it probably already is. And I think you mentioned how the team is playing so much more cohesively. I think game 1 was a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
I don't, obviously it's hard for us to say because we're here and not out there. We don't know what the comms are like. We don't know what the vibes are like going into this matchup. But maybe there was a little bit of some ego going in where you expect to dispatch a team, it's not a super conference team, we don't really know these guys, the level diff, the elo diff is there, and maybe that gets you, you sort of let this Gwen go a little bit unchecked, and you end up falling, but a swift response in game number 2 and another dominant performance in game 3 to sort of right the ship and remind everybody why you are a top collegiate team in the League of Legends, because they're absolutely playing like one right now.
Yeah, this is a completely different team than what we saw in game number 1. It just feels like they are in control here. The dragon is spawned in this bottom river, in this bottom pit. Saints, though, they don't even care. They're just pushing it to the limits. Alonso walking it down. Maddie's feeling confident. Fire wall is out, but that's not really going to do much. Look at Maddie, man. Finds 2. And Mikey, Miracle, able to find one onto the Orin. Casante to Pablo. Finds one of his own, and really feels like such an exciting series. It's such a weird vibe here in game number 3. It feels like the Saints have kind of booked their ticket right now to Orlando. Feels like almost at this point it's a formality as they walk into University of Buffalo's Nexus.
And that's got to be frustrating for the University of Buffalo. I mean, you played this first game so well, but I think with how the rest of the series has gone, it almost seems like that was a little bit of an anomaly, I think, because St. Clair, once they got going in this series, there was just no stopping them, because this train is non-stop to Orlando, where the league team will be competing in NACE land. It took a little bit to get there, but it doesn't matter. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and I see St. Clair at 2, and that's good enough to qualify for land.
Man, round of applause, man. Round of applause, man. You do it in 3, but you get there. You get there. That's all that matters. You book your ticket to Orlando. Congrats to the team. Prod's asking if we hear that. Uh-oh.
Oh my God! Mickey Mouse is calling.
He's calling.
He's calling the team, and Alonso's gonna pick up the phone. He's already in Disney World. That's incredible.
Oh my goodness, Alonso.
He's got 2 phones, man.
Oh my God, I'm actually dead. That's actually so funny. Dude.
Which one do you think is for the plug, and which one is for the?
Mickey Mouse is on the phone, man. And then he's watching
the Mickey Mouse phone.
He's watching the Saints stream on the other one.
True.
He's got Mickey Mouse on the phone, and he's got the Saints stream on the other one.
But he also has the Saints stream pulled up on his other phone to make sure that the viewership is boosted.
Of
course. You know, I expect nothing less from our goated jungler.
Oh my goodness, that was great.
What a performance!
What a performance from Alonso. What a performance from Pablo. I mean, all around. Just felt like after game. Let's just avoid game number 1, okay? It wasn't a great. We don't talk about that. But since then, I think everyone had their moment. Everyone came in and did their job in game number 2 and game number 3, and they booked their ticket to Orlando in a pretty good fashion.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, it was just dominant. I think. Minus game number 1.
Minus game number 1.
Of course,
once they locked in.
Once they
literally hit the
They gave Buffalo a little bit of a mulligan to start, but once they dialed in, once we saw Evil Face, turns the hat the other way, they were just absolutely dialed in from there on out. So good that they were able to find that win. I know times were a little bit tough in this series, but hey, like we said, it doesn't matter how you get there. It's how you finish.
Yeah.
And we're going to see the rest of the season play out in Orlando now.
Hey, and congratulations to them, and excited to see how they do. I mean, you never know. The sky is truly the limit with this team. You really never know what you're going to get. They've done some pretty great things, especially over this year, and that's basically it for us here, Evan.
Well,
I think
hey, not just yet.
Plug an event, man.
Not just yet. Yeah, we gotta do more plugging for Soccer FS. I mean, we've been kind of talking about all stream. I mean, God, you're wearing the merch right now, so it's like, how am I supposed to? What, you cold? It's cold here.
I'm iced out with this merch, man.
I got goosebumps thinking about Soccer FS. That's why I'm so chill. I mean, hey, we got a nice graphic to go along with this Soccer FS plug as well. Yeah, an updated graphic as well, if you didn't catch the stream last night. And it might be an updated graphic, but the information remains the same, guys. We're so close. After this Easter weekend, it is just all going to be Soccer Fest we're looking forward to. So last chance to really take advantage of these early bird prices, the premium admission like we've been talking about. If you want to wear this lovely shirt that Phaser is wearing right now, you can grab it if you pick up this premium admission, a $65 merch value in that for $40. And, Hayden, that's a small number versus a bigger number. So obviously small number going to be a better option. And if you like even smaller numbers, you can just sign up with the $10 admission. That's still very much okay.
Yeah.
We want to see as many people as we can out at Soccerfest. It's going to be
a good one.
really, really good time. Cosplay contest, TCG, FGC tournaments, whatever tournament you can think of. We talked about ARAM Mayhem. So many exciting things. So, guys, please scan that QR code if you want to make sure you get in on the final event of the semester, the hottest event of semester number 2. You don't want to miss out.
It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. I think.
Yeah.
The team
Are you going?
I am going. Well, yeah,
that's
I mean,
good.
Yeah, I'm kind of working on it. So.
Oh, well,
yeah.
okay. I guess
no,
you have
it's
to
gonna be good. It's gonna be, I think, the biggest soccer fest we've ever had here at St. Clair, and people have been really. I mean, especially we'll shout out Prod. We'll shout out Alexa. Alexa's been working really hard to make Soccer Fest the best it's ever been, and we'll shout out the rest of Prod tonight. We've
Yeah, I guess we can.
I mean, Owen was there for a little bit. He was
For a
he
little
found
bit.
our pregame replays.
Thanks, Owen.
Thanks, Owen. And we have Brandon and Miguel as our
Brendan.
Brendan.
Come on,
Brendan.
man.
Brendan. Josue is emotional.
Shout out
support.
Josue.
Okay, yeah, Josue gets the shout out as well. But guys, what was Miguel was replay
I think
observer?
you
and
got
Brendan
everybody.
was main.
You got
Yeah.
everybody.
No, I'm just saying like.
Oh, roles. Okay.
Roles. So, shout out to the Prod team tonight, and thanks for joining me on the League Cast 7. I know it's
No
not your
problem.
favorite, but hey.
Yeah, we got through it.
We got through it, and at least it was entertaining.
Hey, it's,
at least it was entertaining.
Wait, when you know you're always in for an entertaining stream when you have a phaser, not really Evan stream.
Hey.
You know you're in for a treat, and I think we've impressed the viewers, and hopefully we impressed our sponsors as well, because we have to shout them out
Shout 'em
too.
out, rattle 'em off
They
for me.
deserve it. We got Tim Hortons, Subway, Alienware, Pre-Fire, Onezo, the SRC, the Alumni Association, so many important people that keep the lights on here at the Nexus, and
I'll
of
do it.
course, we can say it.
Thank you,
sponsors. Yeah, we could work on that a little bit. It was okay. But obviously, we have more streams coming up this week. I know we are sort of wrapping up. This is coming into our final month of streams, really, for the most part. But this train is not stopping anytime soon. We have Valorant coming up tomorrow, so you don't want to miss out on that. Unfortunately, you'll be stuck with me again tomorrow night for some Valorant. I think Patrick's going to be on the stream. And again, you should watch. It's Patrick's birthday tomorrow. So, I mean, you should watch the stream just for that alone, I think, would be a lovely birthday gift for him. But until then, that's going to be it for us, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Probably around 200 to 400 bucks.
Way too much. Way too much.
Over 3K.
Too much. Next question.
Definitely over $1,000.
I don't spend money in-game items, so not much.
Probably around like 2,000 over like 13, 14 years. So.
Like $2,000, I want to say.
On COD? None. Never spent a single dime on COD.
What's the most amount you've spent in another game?
Oh, too much to count on CSGO. Invisibility.
I think it'd be really cool to know like how a person's feeling, like just by looking at them.
Teleport.
Be able to teleport.
I would like to fly.
Flight.
Flying. Actually, teleporting. That's cap. Teleporting would be much better. I play RuneScape for fun.
Play tennis.
Not really secret, but I play card games.
I like to DJ on the side.
Eating.
Queuing up Pokemon Showdown.
My secret hobby is collecting Pokemon cards.
I like fitness.
Collecting Labubus.
I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date.
What's going on? How was map one? Good.
Ups and downs. We're up in the beginning.
As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most niggas don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed.
Favor, no more than calamity, though.
side to this ball, guiding it down, maybe even get one for the road.
Own standards here in this overtime period because if we concede a goal, it's over for them.